I mean, that's every stream. So, yeah. I'm not here for expert analysis or preparedness. We're just here to cast. Let me post my stream to the Discord. I should probably post who's playing. Hold on one sec. I always just copy it from the scheduled thing. But yeah, I am casting tonight, tomorrow night, Thursday night. Wait, hold on. Tonight, tomorrow night, Friday night. Nobody's playing on Saturday yet. Somebody play on Saturday, so I have something to do with my weekend because I'm fucking doing nothing else right now. Should have probably grabbed a drink too, but whatever. No big deal. We need to change the country yet as well. Which I think I found a country. Yeah. This is right off the coast of South America. But you probably didn't know that, Brightside.
What?
Where is the South Georgia and the South Sandwich Islands?
What? Fucking no.
It's off the coast of South America.
My geography knowledge is extremely limited.
I don't think Badger would have guessed that one. Although Badger might have, I don't know. He knows a bunch of random shit. But yes. Let's get it. MoonLight's back. This is actually a matchup I've casted before too. I believe we're just into lower bracket matchups now for the prelims for the group stage. So the group stage for the group stage.
These are the last two matchups. There's 2 games tonight that are the 2 final games for oh no, maybe there's 2 games tomorrow?
So there's like 5 games tomorrow. Here's who we have playing tomorrow.
Yeah, but some of them are regular. Some of them are actually...
Yeah, the scheduling, yeah. Oh, we had the group selections on YouTube, but let me just pull it up. Go check out Subject's Instagram, by the way. He keeps plugging that to me. Nearly Tilted, Purdue, Quarantine Gamers, Removed Radiance. Oh, okay, and then the group stages are just a 2-round double elimination. Okay, oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, so we have Knights of Albert versus Streamer Sims tomorrow. We have Wombats versus Banana Hammock. We have Remove Radiance versus Quarantine Gamers. We have Eternal Kings versus Animal Control. And we have Smooth Steam versus Eastside Echidnas. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games tomorrow. And then there's 1 series on Friday so far. And hopefully somebody plays on Saturday. Hopefully somebody plays on Sunday. So I can guess.
I know one of those games is like the final of the like play-in bracket or whatever. I think.
Yeah,
let me actually like my game, like the Echidna game, is a group stage game.
Yes, because you guys were done. So
yeah,
I think it's Knights of Albert versus Streamer Sims.
No, the Albert's the 1 seed in their group. That's already determined.
Hold on, let me pull up the bracket again.
The only ones that were, I think, were 2 of the 3 seeds, maybe. Like there was. And they just had to play to determine like what group they were in, or something like that.
Yeah, so it's Quarantine Gamers versus Toiletville is the last lower bracket game.
That sounds about right.
But Quarantine Gamers is playing Remove Radiance from the game. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. Maybe we just don't. This is like the last match that's necessary, but it doesn't feel like this match is necessary. I don't know.
Is this a group stage game or a...
This is a group stage game, I think. Hold on. Because they're not in the same group. Yeah, Moonlight's in the group with Knights of Valor, Streamer Sims, and Meat Sweats. Well,
So
Wierdhead is with Polar, Animal Control, and Eternal Kings.
okay, so so this is the if you look at the groups, they both like MoonLight and Wierdhead, they have a TBA next to them, right? So whoever wins this will be the 2 seed in Group B, and whoever loses will be the 3 seed in Group D.
Yes.
I got it. Figured it out. Don't even worry about it.
I'm worried. Incredibly worried. But yeah, apparently we just don't need the Toilet Valve versus Quarantine Gamers then, because I don't even see them scheduled, so. Yeah, hopefully everything's working. The stream looks like it's up, so we're good.
5 seconds remaining.
It's all good.
So this is we casted MoonLight versus Nearly Tilted.
Yep.
A couple days ago, and
Yes.
Nearly Tilted won pretty handily. Supposedly I've heard that MoonLight was a little bit off their game from what it sounded like as well. So we'll see how they fare. See how they fare against a definitely probably a worse team, I think most would say.
It definitely felt like they made a lot of misplays and kind of shot themselves in the foot at a lot of areas in that game. Because let me just make sure it was a 2-0. It was a 2-0.
It was.
Yes, it was.
Pretty convincing 2-0.
I think game 2 was like 30 minutes. Game 1 was 40, something like that, or was it like 20 and 40?
I don't remember the game lengths. Game lengths are kind of irrelevant. If like it could be a 40-minute game and still be a stomp, right?
True, but it's less likely to. I think anyways. Like, if I'm looking at a game just at the game length, you obviously assume one game that's 20 minutes is probably going to be more of a just an outplay or something.
That's fair. So we see a Wyvern band coming out from Wierdhead. It's like one of the bands seems kind of odd. The hero feels really bad right now.
It's still picked up quite a bit though.
It's picked up a lot, but it's like most of the time I see it, it has little to no impact because whenever if you first pick the hero, you just eat 5 counters. It's pretty easy to draft around the hero. Like you pick low physical damage, you pick low single target DPS cores, high magic damage, and setup of I think I talked about last cast, and stuns off of Cold Embrace.
And it's not something where you're really I guess it's not like other supports with just straight up stuns where it's like, they're gonna be good no matter what. Wyvern is like your only disable is this big ultimate. But yeah, it is kind of weird that they're banning it in the first phase though.
I think the biggest there's a lot of weird bans. Witch Doctor ban as well.
I think the Tusk is strange, but yeah, the Witch Doctor for sure.
So Witch Doctor probably setting up for some strength offlaner. More than likely for Tint. I believe Tint's their Tint's their offlaner. He kind of he plays like these beefy offlaners that
10 seconds remaining.
Pressure the map by walking at towers a lot of the times.
So Centaur, probably.
Centaur and Underlord are the ones that come to mind. That just they just sit in lane. And they just impose themselves by not necessarily going. They don't get kills on the map, but they exist in the most annoying spot possible on the map.
10 seconds remaining.
You're like, fuck, we need to kill this 2,000 HP hero sitting here.
Yeah.
First pick Coddle, so deny pick Ember Spirit from MoonLight. Then they don't want to give away the Coddle Ember combo. It's pretty popular.
I guess with the first pick Coddle, you're more likely to see it. But it's definitely not a combo where it's like when you see one hero, you're seeing the other for sure. I think Coddle just on its own is really good, right? Especially if they want to run like Centaur, Pit Lord. How long is the cooldown on Firestorm, actually? That could be legit.
So, I mean, Coddle in a vacuum is a strong hero on its own, but the hero becomes really broken when you have chakra magic synergies to abuse.
Yeah.
One of the reasons why Coddle Ember and Coddle Bristle are so strong is because those are the two best heroes at abusing chakra magic, right?
Yeah. I think you can even argue like Beastmaster's pretty good. You do get the bonus damage with the second axes, so it's like just a quick double shot.
The problem that the hero runs into is that if you don't abuse chakra magic, is that I think it's, especially when you first pick the hero, it's pretty easy to abuse his ulti, whether it's with like a jug or a gyro. Just hero, like any hero, like it has, I think it takes like 4 hits to kill
at level
his
1,
ulti or something. It's insane. I don't remember how it scales, but it's like extremely weak throughout most of the game.
Yeah.
Where if you just have one hero that can BKBs and has high attack speed, then it's just kind of hard. Mirana's another hero that comes to mind. So they second pick Invoker.
Support Invoker, maybe? I haven't seen it in a long time, but it's probably going to be mid or 4, right?
Probably. My guess is that they want to set up, so they see this Ember Spirit first phase, right? So the way to counter stuff like this is you pick lanes that you pick multiple lanes that Ember isn't like favored in. So you pick an offlaner that Ember doesn't want to play against. You pick a midlet that he doesn't want to play against. The Invoker Ember lane's pretty rough for Ember because you always just get your Flame Guard purged off by Tornado, and the EMP kind of fucks you if you ever get hit by it. Rubik Band, okay.
Looks like it could be where they went with it too. Like if they just want to counter out the Ember mid, Invoker is just going to be showing immediately. But it's like these two mid laners on both teams. They're probably going to end up being 4s. Although I don't know if Grimstroke 5 is. I guess it's probably fine. It's not like the worst.
Grim 5's fine. I find the likelihood of them both going to 4 pretty low. As we see a Legion band out. I really think Mirana for the Radiant is really good. You want something that can abuse chains. And they banned the LC, so that's a natural purge hero out of the pool as well for the Mirana, which is really, really nice.
10 seconds remaining.
I mean, there's like the combo with Inkswell as well if you want to do that. It doesn't seem too intuitive because you probably want to stay far away and arrow people if you're Mirana, but it's there. Okay, yeah, they're gonna go with the Earth Spirit combo.
Grimstroke or Spirit. I think we saw it.
Yep, Spencer played it. Hype played it, and who the heck was playing Grimstroke on that team?
Hype played Grim, and Silverpike played Earth Spirit.
Yeah, and that's right.
So now they have two heroes that can abuse Inkswell, which is really nice. Earth Spirit and Ember Spirit both just kind of want to go into fights with them. You put this Inkswell on them, kind of enables them to do their job better.
Yeah.
And the only concern is that there's always the Tornado reset from Invoker. So like if they don't catch the Invoker at the very start of the fight, he just tornadoes the Inkswell off, and then they can like reset the fight from there.
Yeah. It's completely new ball game. Jakiro might be a counter pick for that in lane too.
Earth Spirit, I think whenever I play Jakiro against Earth Spirit, I just have a great time because Earth Spirit doesn't threaten you because you're such a high HP, and he can't trade with you early. So you're kind of just like this pain in the side for like a lot of the game.
Dude, are they going Spirit Draft right now?
It would appear that way.
All they need is Storm.
All they need
it's not a bad
Storm
game. It is kind of bad, but you could argue for it.
I mean, if I'm looking at Dire's first 3 heroes right now, they have no catch.
I mean, what do you pick to fix that then, if you're Wierdhead? Because you're probably thinking Storm Spirit, I would guess.
Well, that's a really great question because they banned LC, who is like the most natural offlane catch hero. You could address it from like the carry role with like a Ricky or something that abuses the mobility, like that gets on top of them, silences them, and like creates chaos in the fights.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably what I would lean more towards because it's almost guaranteed. I guess it's not guaranteed Void Spirit offlane. So you have to give away something here on Dire.
Could potentially go for like a DK or something, but I don't know if that's really gonna help them with lockdown issues too much.
They're in a weird spot where they need catch and they need damage because they need Invoker does a lot of damage, but they don't have natural catch, so that's a catch hero.
Yeah, probably offlane, almost guaranteed.
I'm not a fan of this hero in 99% of games. And this is probably one of the games that I'm not a fan of it because they can run this Ember Spirit in the safe lane and now he's just uncontested. Like Night Stalker doesn't do anything to him really in lane.
Mm-hmm.
He can't break Flame Guard, at least. I guess if you're laning Jakiro 4, which is more than likely, it might be a little bit better.
Yeah, it kind of does feel like they probably run Jakiro up there. I don't. Coddle Chakra is the Q.
So it could actually just be carry Night Stalker. They have Coddle Night Stalker. That's like the combo is ran back when Q mini stun during the day.
Yeah.
And you would just rush Ags and you would just flash farm with your AoE Q, and you just get Coddle mana reset. So you're just kind of you're flash farming, and then when like nighttime comes, you can rotate with your ulti, and you have items to kill heroes with. Can be kind of scary.
Mm-hmm.
But we saw it kind of fall off a lot because the Night Stalker's Q during the day his Q just got fucking put in the dumpster. But that's everything I said is out the window. So ignore everything I just said.
So it's definitely a Night Stalker offlane now.
Definitely Night Stalker offlane.
So what do you do Jakiro Coddle though for offlane?
Well, it's gonna be a Night Stalker offlane. I don't know if they're gonna run the Coddle there. I don't like either of those heroes as 4s, so whatever gives them the most advantageous lanes.
Mm-hmm.
What's really nice about Radiant's draft though is that they kept all of their lanes flexible. So this Void Spirit, Ember Spirit, like the Void Spirit can go any lane. Ember's more like has to kind of a 1-2, but they can put this Void Spirit wherever they think he can have the best game. And now they could either counterpick Terrorblade or they can counterpick the Invoker, or they can counterpick the Night Stalker lane. Like, however, like whatever they see best.
Dude, it's the power of the Spirit draft.
It's true. The spirits are very powerful.
I mean, every single one is pretty versatile except for Storm Spirit, but they don't do it. Damn it. Oh well, they got 3 of 4.
That's a weird pick. You have a good lane against Night Stalker.
You've seen it mid. Jack's
Night Stalker can Night Stalker doesn't pressure you out of lane at least, but playing against Quaswex, Invoker, and Terrorblade, it seems like a insane
like you kind of
Terrorblade
just
game.
get bodied by TB. It seems like you just get bodied by a TB. At least in every single fight. I don't know how Wraith King's supposed to get on top of him.
I think this really comes down to how well this Invoker does, because it's pretty much all on Invoker to like make plays around the map. So if he has a good game mid and can like come online and they can pressure this Wraith King out of lane and like take his tower early, pressure the map so he can't really flash farm the jungle while Terrorblade's farming, then I really like Dire's draft. Otherwise, I think Radiant's draft is just easier to play for a lot of the game.
The only drawback for me is the Wraith King right now, but I think you're right. If they would have ran Ember safe lane, and then like, I mean, probably you don't pick Storm, but I don't know. I just don't see how the Wraith King really fits in with the rest of their draft very well.
It's just weird. Like, it's good. It's great against Night Stalker, but it is not good against Terrorblade, and it's not good against Invoker. So you're essentially your last pick win condition is only really good for the lane that you picked it in. It's not like a great game for the hero, which is like really weird. But we will see. So it is going to be Jakiro 4. So we'll have to see. I mean, in theory, the hero is like insane as a 4 in lane, because you just QE the carry until he can't be in lane anymore. But Wraith King is like one of the highest sustain heroes. So.
Oh, that's a good point from Garda too in the chat. TB is gonna steal the lifesteal aura, dude.
Well,
in every single fight,
only
right?
If he's meted, it doesn't matter though, because the Wraith King aura only applies.
Oh, it's only
melee
that
form.
is, you know, I learn something new every day that I probably should have known a long time ago, but.
This Wraith King pick feels insanely awkward. We'll see how it plays out, but
I mean, it's
I've got a
decent.
feeling.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling this 4-man lineup for Dire is just gonna run around the map, and the Wraith King can't go anywhere near the Invoker because of just how like the Quaswex interaction with his ulti, and they can just kind of abuse this Wraith King's lack of desire to play.
Instant DC. Nora's way back in base too. This is unfortunate that they forgot to or didn't pause. He's gonna miss his block, but I mean, of course, so is Beast Unit. So. Is the Meepo thing just freaking out for you?
I instantly close and mute it whenever it pops up.
Alright, we're just gonna get rid of that. It's definitely a stuns killer. It is 1v1 at the moment. I mean, still, it feels like you don't have a terrible lane into a Night Stalker, so.
I mean, for whatever it's worth, the Wraith King lane is fantastic for the Wraith King versus Night Stalker lane. Is fantastic for Wraith King. Like, I'm not gonna deny that. The Night Stalker can never fully bully him out of lane. With the Jakiro, they might have enough to just force him out of lane, especially because he has a pretty weak 5. Grimstroke 5. Not really the greatest at securing the safe laner's farm. He's more like a kill. You like find kills with the hero with Inkswell. So we'll see how their bot lane goes. I'm just like, this guy's a master tier Terrorblade, so I'm pretty sure he's just gonna own this game. Like it's more or less pre-Terrorblade game, they don't have like it. It can be kind of hard in the mid game. So both the carries and mid games are going to be kind of hard this game. Like he's going to have Earth Spirit and Ember Spirit with Inkswell like jumping on top of him. Same thing can be said for Wraith King though. He's going to have like Invoker Night Stalker running at him. His drafts are wild.
Yeah. The only problem with the Grimstroke Earth Spirit combo is that the cast range level 1 is just, oh god, it's terrible. You have to like time it perfectly, it feels like. Otherwise you're just missing that, and then it's super awkward.
Curious if I'd actually really like it if Radiant just aggro Trilane this Terrorblade, and they force a 1v1 Wraith King versus Night Stalker. Because they have far superior kill threat with these three here with Grimstroke or Spirit, Voice Spirit.
Yep.
And like they don't have the Kato's okay at like protecting Terrorblade, but it's pretty easy for him to also for either of these low HP heroes to just feed.
Well, Invoker might have died. Probably just restarting or something.
I do feel like this Night Stalker, there's a lot of pressure on Night Stalker this game. He's literally
their only catch.
Is their only catch for the spirits. Unless until like Jakiro gets Yules maybe. But Ember actually can remnant out of that combo still. It's not even like
How was your day, Brightside?
And my day has been really chill. I got out of bed at like 4 p.m.
Classic.
Yeah, I made some coffee. We just got in some San Francisco Bay K-Cups. So I tried that for the first time today. They were hazelnut flavored. Dude, they were delicious. Best K-Cup coffee I've had.
Okay.
For sure. So that was pretty good.
I don't have a Keurig, but I'll take note.
Highly recommend.
San Francisco Bay hazelnut. Okay.
If you ever get a K-Cup, I don't know if they make regular beans or if you drink coffee.
That's a good question. Oh, dude, I'm addicted to coffee. I just make up straight up black coffee every single morning, and I drink way too much, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I normally have like it doesn't actually matter what time I wake up, but I just have a cup of coffee whenever I get out of bed.
4 p.m. coffee sounds... There's probably a reason you're sleeping until 4 p.m. Then that might be it, but...
I mean, by the time I go to bed, I would hope that the caffeine is...
Dude, I don't know. If I drink coffee after like 3, I'm screwed the rest of the night. Like...
I was like tired at like 1 a.m. or something, like when I got into bed, and then I just wound up watching stuff on my phone for about like 5 hours. So I'm sure it is a self-inflicted
that sounds
punishment.
like a pretty chill day.
My sleep schedule is definitely a self-inflicted wound.
It's classic.
Dude, where's Invoker, man?
He's dead, dude. We got a thunderstorm over here. Maybe it hit them too, and we're losing power or something.
Monka.
PL was banned, I believe. I think so.
Was he? You know, now that I'm looking more at the dialogue, I really wish they had put this coddle with the Night Stalker. Jakiro's like one of the best fives in Dota at protecting your safe laner from aggressive threat. Like, because even if they get on him, but like if you go like 1/1/1 level 3, you just have so much peel for the laning stage. Coddle, not the greatest 5 at protecting your carry.
Yeah, I mean, you basically only have blinding light. Like,
it's also just not even a like. They picked this Coddle Night Stalker synergy, but your carry doesn't like I guess the chakra magic helps him stay in the jungle instead of like ferrying claries and stuff. But it's not like a gyro or something that like just like every single like he abuses everything extraordinarily well. Although I guess you're just see a meta, which I guess is also nice. Gives what 6 at level 1. 6 seconds reduction to meta every 14 seconds is not bad, at least.
yeah, 155. I'm not gonna do math right now. I refuse. I'll do that some other time. But it probably cuts it by half or something. I don't know. I'll just say that to make it sound really good. But it is really good. Like, just not as strong as probably pairing it with something like a Bristleback or a, as you were saying, the Pit Lord. Keeping Legion can use it pretty well.
Here, hold on. Let me do the fast math here.
Fast math. Okay, quick math.
It's not really quick. I'm pulling out a calculator to do
Don't worry,
it.
quick math. Don't worry about it.
So it's 155 base, 6 seconds. He reduces it by 6 seconds every 14 seconds. So every 20 seconds it gets or every 14 seconds gets reduced by 6. Oh, I thought we were going. Whoops.
Nope. I'm still waiting.
Yeah, I got mega baited.
Oh. Something else we can look at. Look at this tower.
Do you have the fancy dragon towers?
Wait, do they work? What? I thought that you had to be playing. Or are they like a terrain?
Huh? It's part of the terrain. I have the you get the custom terrain.
Yeah,
You put the custom towers. Like,
I'm like
every time you
level
load
1
into a
battle pass.
game. Level 1. Oh, okay.
Dude,
Never
I'm
mind.
I'm still level 1 battle pass.
Honestly, the terrain and the towers this season are infinitely better than the last ones
Oh yes, best courier.
by like a lot too. I think.
Yeah. Terrains the past few years have always been like, oh, they give away juke spots in the trees. Like,
I mean the trees. The trees are pretty organic in this one. It's just kind of the surrounding terrain that looks nice. The Dota 2 trees look organic. Smile.
that's a good point. That's a good point.
It's my whole life is just Dota. I don't actually know what real trees look like. These are real
When
trees.
was the last time you went outside?
I was outside today.
No.
Sat out,
Well, see?
sat
Yeah,
out
there
back
you
with
go.
the
That's fine.
but you know. Holy shit, that's the most moves I've ever seen.
Oh my god. Hey, you can do the shopkeeper's like in a little. That sucks. Oh my god.
Oh, we're good. We're in. They said go.
Yes. Alright, let's see what happens. I forgot we were even playing Dota.
But they're going for a first blood here with the Inkswell.
Yeah, roll does hit through Inkswell.
Coddle.
Coddle is the best target. Does have the blinding light, but there's going to be the taunt to follow up from Jack's attack, and I think that's just going to guarantee that Aurora goes down. Actually, just giving it to Beast Unit. Yeah, Sleight of Fist level 1.
That's really nice. And he just TP's mid.
There actually is a thunderstorm over here, so if I just suddenly go out, it's because I lost power. Don't worry about it, though.
Alright, sounds...
No big deal.
Sounds good.
Pretty good about
So
it.
they are, looks like they might just be aggro tri-laning here. So I would really like it if they did this, because the early magic damage burst owns Terrorblade and Coddle, both super low HP. And Blinding Light does not mitigate magic damage.
They want to go immediately too, but the stun is going to
again.
miss. Inkswell hits onto Kawiz, but can he actually get... Oh, Kawiz? I figured this out last time, how to pronounce it, but I completely forgot again.
Kawis?
Kawis? That's probably it.
Kawis, but...
Oh god, we'll just say Kawis. I don't know, it's confusing. Anyways, they missed that kill. Roll misses, and I think that pretty much
they're
guarantees.
just staying here though. Like the Terribly cannot walk up to lane, so
Yeah.
if they contest the pull, are they gonna contest the pull in time?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, they do quite miss it. Inkswell over into Kawis, but yeah, it's not gonna hit. Blinding Light's gonna be there most of the time.
So they got most of the wave. It's actually really important that they got the range creep there from the Dire. That Aurora got the range creep though, because now they didn't get the lane. They got the lane reset. So now the Terrorblade is under the tower.
Do you leave Jakiro bottom though? It looks like they are finally rotating Grimstroke.
So that's part of, if they don't get that lane reset, they can just keep tri-laning, because Terrorblade can never walk up to the lane. But now he's pretty much under his tower for a couple waves, so they're like, oh, we can't really pressure him. So Grim feels like he has to go bottom. Yeah. That being said, though, like I'm sure Nexus doesn't need help in this lane. Like I guess he has 3 CS, but they can't force him out of the lane.
I guess I could just be looking for pulls or something too. Like he's gonna try and go for the side pull after the cut from Nexus. See if Turtle King's gonna be able to disrupt this, but I don't think so. Oh no, it's not even gonna matter. Creep wave is already there anyways, but maybe you can get the range creep. They're gonna try and go on a Tin. Inkswell is there. He doesn't have a stun on Wraith King though, and usually you don't lead with it. Or now he actually throws it. Nice call there. Not actually gonna get them the kill though, even with the secondary stun.
Alright, so I have learned, last night in scrims, I baited my Wraith King into going stun level 3, and it was pretty horrible for him. You miss out on so much lane sustain. So we'll see if it comes back to bite him. Ongoing stun. I mean, normally you skill the stun at level 4.
Okay.
Because you want the level 2 aura, Vampiric Aura at level 3 for CSing and lane sustain. I don't think he's going to be pressured hard enough that it's going to matter at this time around.
Pull Jack's top going to be okay. Almost goes down there after the roll, trying to contest the pull yet again. This is a good thing. A lot of solo XP for Jack's attack, though.
Yeah, that's the thing about picking this Terrorblade Coddle lane, is that you have 0 kill threat on a hero like Void Spirit. You'd have to royally screw up to die, I think, in this lane. So you can essentially leave him solo. The kind of not so nice thing though is that like Earth Spirit never dies, or like Earth Spirit can't really ever kill Coddle in this game.
Mm-hmm. Other than with like the Grimstroke or yeah.
Well, if assume like Grim is bottom, Earth Spirit top, right? So they're not playing together. So that alone Earth Spirit, at least are in the early levels, doesn't do anything to Coddle because it's just Blinding Light trade. He's gonna contest the pull here on Bulljacks though, so that's nice.
Yeah. Just cancel that out. Bottom lane, they're going to try and go on Turtle King. One more right click from Nexus does it, but no, the stun is there from Tint Inks, or Stroke of Fate from Stormcode does come out. It was more than enough damage too. I believe he got that through the creep wave as well as the hero. And mid lane 2, they just DC'd on Invoker again, and he might just be dead.
Oof. Yeah, so you can, if you look at Ember's build, he's just going max QW, like not even bothering for Flame Guard in this game against the Invoker. Definitely the right call, I think. And the max chains lets him, it's gonna let him just run around. It gives them like the setup they need to get the roll with Inkswell follow up.
So you'd let him go here. Is that the
I think he got slight chained under the creep wave anyways. Like, I don't know how much it's going to have mattered. I think he's fine, though, actually. You can just Cold Snap, or you can invoke Tornado if he needs to.
He might not have enough mana for both, but yeah, he looks
He's got a
pretty dead. No, Fairy Fire save.
One of the most annoying things about Quasbox Invoker is that it's almost impossible for you to die. He hits level 3 Quas now too, so he's got 20. He's got 26 regen with this Tango running.
He's already back up to like the health he took before the Sleight of Fist. He is just fine.
Yeah, bounty runes. I think it's a 3. Might be a 4.
Spirit forward. He's gonna try and get the net through roots down Beast Unit.
Sick play, and he's gonna get this bounty rune. So
yeah,
like
bottle up.
The mana was well spent. 2k gold lead already. 5 minutes in. Wraith King's like kind of getting pressured, but a hero has the fastest recovering hero in Dota, so like you don't really mind that he has a slightly worse game. Void Spirit and Ember Spirit are like your tempo setters, and they're having fantastic games. Void Spirit just got passed by Tint, but they're top of the CS.
Norm might be having ping issues still, though. I mean, he's down by quite a bit, and I think it probably would have happened anyway with Ember building, but just easily dodge. I mean, still a sick play from Beast Unit. He's gonna find an arcane rune too, which is also feels good.
What's he? What? Oh, he wants the range creep.
Gotta make sure you get those. Oh yeah. TB's just gone to the jungle, by the way. I think he might have just pretty much abandoned the lane for the most part. Roll forward onto Aurora. Doesn't have the blinding light anymore. Now he's just gonna go for the TP out. There's no canceling that. Maybe Beast Unit rotating bottom with the Arcane Rune gets the chains over on the Turtle King. Is gonna go for a slow, but doesn't have a single level in the stun. Going to die immediately after the chains end.
That's the thing about the support duo, is that you offer no, like, if Ember Spirit just decides to sprint around the map this game at this point, how do they counter it? Like, your Night Stalker doesn't have, like, he'll get ulti at 6 and then maybe he can counter rotate. But then that's leaving Wraith King to free farm, so... And now he just goes mid with Earth Spirit. They've got the chain. Oh, he missed the
dust. Change does not come through. He does have another Spirit, though, if he gets enough damage. Not quite, though. He's able to pop the wand. Nor getting return kill at the least. But is he going to die here? I don't think so. Change is up, but he needs to hit another Sleight of Fist, and I don't think he can actually get it.
Don't think it hits invis units.
Yeah.
It
would be nice. He's got the Spirit, though. No, he's actually going back into it. Nor exposed himself back underneath the tier 1, and meanwhile bottom they found kills. They lost Invoker mid and they lose Jakiro bottom.
I'm really surprised that they managed to kill Wraith King. I guess they just got on top of him.
Oh yeah, they lose the Wraith, but that's the bigger.
But Nor dying again is, like, I think I said in the draft, this Invoker needs to have a good game. And he's having pretty much the opposite of a good game this time around. Has level 6 at 7 minutes. He is essentially the same level as his offlane Night Stalker.
I mean, I guess it kind of just feels like Radiant's gonna end up, or MoonLight's gonna end up hitting their stride like at 15 minutes or so, and Wierdhead is like gonna hit this timing at like 30 minutes where they're actually strong enough to go high ground, but like they're just gonna struggle until they can get to that point.
Yeah, it just feels much easier for Radiant to pressure the Terrorblade for when they hit their timing than it does for the Dire to pressure Wraith King.
Oh,
So
mid
see
2
here-
again. Nora's gonna get chained up. Needs to go invis, dodging out the EMP, but he doesn't have the mana quite on Beast Unit to keep going. Kind of
They actually
surprised they
keep-
didn't go for that.
Actually, TP the Wraith King top because the Terrorblade's really not playing the lane anymore, so this is essentially a free lane for him. He's laning against a Coddle. So I like this decision. They can just put Void Spirit bottom because, like, I mean, we said it's pretty much impossible for him to die. Level 1 silence at nighttime is there for the Night Stalker, but they don't have follow-up damage really. And I think Takiro is just.
Takiro's gonna get taunted as well as a couple of right clicks. Jack's attack just finding the kill easily. Level 6
Yeah, they
up,
just had-
silence out, but not gonna do much.
I mean, just look at it. It's so easy for them to abuse Inkswell in this game. I hope he just goes, like, just ignores all of his other spells. Like, you just need
Max
Inkswell
out that
this game.
Inkswell. Oh, bottom 2, Beast Unit this time hits the chains over on the tin, pops the silence, but that's not gonna matter. Still just gonna tick down afterwards.
Yeah, they're just kind of picking them apart right now. And the whole time, Wraith King's just kind of chilling out top, hitting some creeps.
I was gonna say,
So
I made. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, they're just killing heroes while farming on their core. While Dire's the only thing they're doing is farming on a core, so they're not getting any kills or like map pressure or anything.
I made the mistake playing Grimstroke a couple of pub games ago of not putting a level into my silence, at least one, until like level 8. So I'm glad he did that. Oh, they do get the Inkswell mid. I think the stun hit, or that might have been the roll, but they don't quite get the Inkswell coming through.
Feels really
They didn't
forced.
get their stun stack. Beast Unit is going to tank the EMP there, and he might have just gone a bit too deep. Able to get the Spirit out back to the stairs, but is completely out of mana now since he tanked
Oh,
that
yeah,
EMP.
silence on
Silence
Coddle.
over onto Nor, so he finds a haste rune too. I mean, he would have been fine anyway, but
A lot
Still.
of rotations forced. They force it mid, but I mean, they force 3 TPs, nobody dies. I think you're pretty chill with that.
just
I
feels
would like to.
this- Like, Night Stalker doesn't really do much this game. Like, even during the night times, like, what can they really force? Like,
Yeah, it's just really hard for them to. They don't have a natural way to take fights, whereas the Radiant has like 4 different heroes that can start fights, 3 different heroes that can start fights for them. I do like. I was about to say I'd like to see them go top and get this tower with the cart wave, but the cart. I think they missed their timing. The carty wave's already dead. They're gonna kill the
Yeah.
Coddle.
at least
So they
find a
might-
kill or something. Roll forward, Bulljack's not going to hit the kick, but, I mean, 2 heroes already on top of him. There is no way for a Coddle to survive there. Mid lane, too, they've killed off Invoker. Again, the Inkswell combo with Void Spirit. It's just so strong.
It's they don't have any save, and they're just running around the map because they know that they can't take a fight on Dire. They have no way to start a fight unless they massively overextend on the Radiant. And I think they're
Oh, they
gonna
might
get
go for the
free.
deny here. No, Jack's attack gonna get it. Loses his courier as well. Turtle King gonna get taunted up. Stroke of Fade through. Couple of right clicks. Jack's attack gets the last hit on the hero. Stormcoat's gonna walk high ground into Quiz, and I think he's just gonna get done. Oh, you'll take it if you're TV there.
They are all eggs in the Terrorblade basket, but he is not going to be ready to fight for a very long time.
Still
So
only
it's,
got the 2 Wraith Bands treads at the moment.
I mean, he's like not even farmed. Like he went to the jungle really early, which like you can do as Terrorblade.
Oh
But
yeah,
it's
net
no,
worth
it's
kind of
it's
tells
it's
that
no it's no counter to lane creeps at least. Like the Wraith King's just been supplementing lane farm with neutral farm, which is like the most efficient way to farm the map. And now he's probably just gonna get a free tower because they forced TP rotations mid. He's got skeletons on Wraith King top, so it's gonna be another tier 1. And the map just keeps getting smaller. Like the playable areas for Terrorblade once this tier 1 top goes down, it's kind of just going to be his triangle.
And they want to try and find Nor mid this time. The roll comes through. Bulljacks with a nice play. Beast Unit getting on top of Nor, and no way for an Invoker to escape there, even with the invis. They were prepared.
Top tower is going to go down here to Skeletons. They're not even going to lose bottom, as they can just put the Wraith King back down here.
12-3. I mean, MoonLight looks like a completely different team than what we casted on Saturday. Or at least they're playing a lot better. They're going to find Quiz to roll for it. Again, Bulljack's getting it. Nice chains there from Beast Unit to start it. Had the DD as well. And Grimstruck DC.
It just really, it really comes down to like the support duo and the offlane pick for Dire. Like they first phase this Invoker, right? So like and like they probably know it's going mid when you pick it. And Quaswex Invoker is pretty useless if you don't have heroes to play with. And so the question I ask you, Karate, is who can he play with on his team this game?
Himself.
Hey, he's playing with himself. Like he can maybe play with Night Stalker at certain points in the game, but like he doesn't have any supports to play with. Like he has 2 defensive supports. It's a very hard game right now for the Dire to play. Just they don't have heroes.
Tint
they don't have any heroes to do so.
I think Tint's pretty. Nope, he's gonna pop out and go back. Bulljax misses the roll this time, but they still get the slow from the kick. But yeah, they just don't want to go too far into the trees. Just take the tower instead.
I mean, they force Night Stalker ulti is literally the only fighting mechanism I think the Dire has, and they force it out defensively. So now they're just like, okay, whatever. They're still gonna get the tower. So that's all 3 tier 1s dead at 13 minutes.
I think the big thing too is they just killed TB, so like he's not taking advantage of MoonLight playing his 5 either. Like there is a lot of empty map right now that he can't take advantage of.
I mean, and you can just look at where Ember's playing.
Oh, Tint bottom again. Beast Unit maybe. Nope, that was just a stun from Nexus, and they don't want to follow it up.
They do need the Grimstroke. They need the Inkswell follow-up if they're going to find kills.
Oh, these supports are just incredible. They even leave a bounty rune that they dug up just so Beast Unit could fill the bottle. Like, that's a sick play from Storm.
They smoke again. Invoker, I think Invoker's dead.
Does look like it. They have Dust again too. Roll is going to miss, but they get the silence as well as the Ink Swell follow-up. They have the magical damage too. No, they might have just left him. They need to go for some more right clicks there. Jack's attack. I was like, oh wait, we never finished him off. Jumps back. Aurora has to run away. Maybe makes it into the trees, but roll through. Bulljax doesn't even need a stone there. Stroke of Fate not coming through, but the taunt does. Beast Unit gets the last hit there with the Sleight of Fist, and, well, TB's farming at least, or somewhat. It's doing something.
Invoker is 1 in 5. He is not having a good time. Maybe they get this bottom tower on Dire as a very minimal consolation prize. But it feels really bad.
Turtle King, I think, is just dead. They can play so aggressively for this. Taunt does hit, but maybe they might get punished. The Catalog comes out. Beast Unit's going to tank the EMP, and now he's completely out of mana. He might just go down here. They need a couple more right clicks. Is still getting slept by that Catalog. Right click comes out from Aurora, and that's a very big kill. Silence over on the Storm Code as well. Taunt coming in from Jack's attack, so they can find the Jakiro at the very least, but this is still a big loss. Maybe they can get Jack's attack. No, he gets the TP canceled. Dissimulate back aggressively. Jack's attack out of mana as well. Just gonna get chased up by Tint. Again, it's their only fighting mechanism. Popped in that Night Stalker ult. The taunt does miss as well. Bulljack's probably gonna fall back here. Couple of right clicks from Nor. No, Bulljax hits the roll away. It might just live. Stun through onto Tint. Jack's attack is just walking off this huge damage here. Tint still chasing him. A couple more right clicks with the Invoker buffing him as well. Nexus might just drop. Is draining a lot of mana. In comes Beast Unit 2. They're still fighting. Quiz pop the Metamorph. Very early, he's gonna TP bottom to go farm. But they lose 3 and get 1.
That was a El Clasico overextension. I mean, you could see the power of the Invoker come out in that fight, right? When they screw it up on the Radiant, so the EMP hits, like they get a really nice Kata ulti. There's no mana on Ember, like he can't go anywhere. It's just like he doesn't have a hero that sets up those spells with him, right? That's like kind of the problem.
Yeah.
They don't have a natural stunner. So
you just have to wait until MoonLight
you need to wait until
dives
MoonLight
or makes a mistake.
it runs into the EMP in your tier 3 for them to get kills, I guess.
Yeah, and it's something. It's a victory scenario, right? Like it's not nothing.
I mean it's something. They got some pretty big kills. You can see the net worth went down about 3.5K.
Yeah,
off of
you look at
those
TV
kills.
too. He's almost tied with Wraith King at the moment.
Yeah, I mean he does have the win condition this game. Like Terrorblade eventually can win this game. Once he has what, 4 items.
He might just go down here though. It's so easy for them to find these kills. Roll forward, doesn't even need to connect, but the Sunder does come through on the Bulljax. Do they have enough damage to finish them off? I don't think so. He could just hit down Bulljax. Call all coming out too. Beast Unit, I believe that's the TP canceled, so he needs to just throw some spirits out to get away from this Aether Remnant coming through on the 10. Stun gets through. Jakiro though, Stormcoat's gonna get cold snapped up. A couple of right clicks coming out from Nor. Easy kill yet again, and they're still just diving them, throwing away their lives, like twice in a row now. Not what you want to see.
Yeah, I think they might have used the Inkswell early before they like got the catch, because I mean it looked like the Inkswell did like 100 damage or something. He's got this max Inkswell, so like the longer it's on them, the more damage it's gonna do. Max damage 400. That would do like half of Terrorblade's HP pool. But he gets the Thunder
They might
off.
try and fight mid though, Nor jumping in, but this is such an aggressive play. I think Jack's attack's just gonna get turned on. They have the silence from Tint, roll in stun to keep Tint off of Jack's attack. And I think Turtle King might die for this. No, there's the blinding light away, but Nexus has the Radiance. He's going to run into the taunt as well. One crit is going to be there. Nor still might die here. They get through the ice wall. It does not matter. Beast Unit just spiriting forward. Does not find Tint, but maybe he finds Aurora. Yes, there's the chains. A nice combo there from Beast Unit as well as the stun from Nexus. Harvesting some bones while he's at it.
All right, man, this game's a roller coaster. So
that looked like a really bad fight for MoonLight. I thought it was just they were getting a little bit ahead of themselves, but
it would have been really good if the EMP had connected onto Jack's attack, but I believe he just Yule's dodged it, or it was something like that. But the EMP doesn't wind up hitting, so they kind of like stack the silence on it, so he can't. They need to be hitting whatever hero they're going on for the entire silence duration, because they just don't have a lot of damage right now. So whatever hero they go on, they need to be like disabled for that full time period, and it looks like they might have caught Tint.
Yeah, I mean, he's the tankiest one, so this might be a bit. There's the EMP tornado, does not hit. He's got the dissimulate save. And that's how he can be so aggressive. Out comes the ult from Jakiro, though, as well as the silence from Tint. They need to keep Jack's attack in this, and I think they will. Got the cold snap, and he couldn't do anything about it. Dissimulate's still on cooldown.
Dude, look at Tint's item, man. This guy is so smart. He buys up, like they don't have catch. They're reliable catch.
Dude, you gotta buy some catch. It's either that or clumsy net, and you can't always rely on that.
I mean, you can see.
Yeah, he's just gonna go on Beast Unit. Doesn't quite have the silence. Needs to get him inside of it though, and he got rooted up himself actually with the chains. And use it quite quick enough. Bulljack's rolling through the go. It gets a nice two-man silence as well as the ult. They're just going to turn this onto Aurora. Again with that Radiance Bird. He's just ticking down the supports. But Kawiz focusing over into Nexus. He's really low on mana, so he's not going to live here. Couple of right clicks coming out as well. Kawiz is starting to do the damage. A goal in the middle of the fight. Actually, that might have been blocked. I'm not sure. Beast Unit does throw his spirit back, going for the TP. Nothing to cancel.
That fight would have been so good for Radiant, but Nexus has a 20 wand and just doesn't use it. So he dies without getting his ultimate off.
And Kawiz might start to become an issue here. He's getting closer to this butterfly.
Yeah, the game state is slowly but surely shifting in favor of the Dire. This Eidos pickup for Tint was huge because now Ember's like, oh, I can't just Rambo in anymore because there is the threat of him getting Eidos into a silence into chain CC because the Radiant doesn't have save. Now, they're kind of all in on this aggressive run at you playstyle. Man, Dire, they're couple of advantageous fights is more space for Terrorblade. On top of Wraith King dying, so now he's Kawhias is 2,000 gold ahead of Nexus.
It's basically the last, I would say, since he got Radiance on the Wraith King, hasn't really done any farming. Only 1,500 gold after it. Do see a smoke up, but this time Wierdhead actually playing as 5, so I don't think they're gonna find them.
It looks like Dire's making the smart play. They're kind of playing where they have vision, where they like the safest part of the map for them is actually in this area. But so they're gonna smoke right into where.
Oh, this might not be the greatest initiation. Oh, well, onto Turtle King might be the target though. He doesn't have too much save. Aurora needs to get an ult off in 5 seconds, but he is just gonna get taunted. Do they have the burst? No, they don't. He can get the ult off now, and they can get the turn. They bring down Jakiro as well as Nor, and I think the fight might just be over because they don't have the EMP now. Not going to use the buyback either. The Cuddle doing a little bit of work, but now they can focus down Kawiz, who still has the Sunder. Maybe they can find Bulljax with a couple more right clicks. He does pop the Sunder over on the Nexus. It's a double kill for Kawiz. Tin actually getting away from this too. They lost the Void Spirit, but they also, I believe, no, Tin almost dies. It's really close, but yeah, they lose Nexus as well. Both the cores going down.
They didn't get the EMP on the Wraith King, so he just is invulnerable in these fights. Like, they don't want to commit all their resources to his first life, so he's just kind of sits there. And Terrorblade has no pierce for the Radiance Mischance or protection from the magic damage. So he just kind of gets whittled down from like just AoE magic damage, and eventually they can finish him off with the burst. Like, very nice fight. Going on Invoker is always going to be the play this game, and he realizes that going for BKB.
Mm-hmm.
Not even finishing Spirit Vessel.
So that was the Ember jumping on Jakiro to start the fight, and then they just found the Invoker pretty much with I believe Tint actually just went on, and after that, and it's again like you said, the Atos is so legit. Like nothing Invoker can do about it.
I do.
Or
I mean,
other way. Other way. Flip my thoughts around, okay?
It's fine. His target priority is really nice. So like he recognizes when he ulties, he either has to go on one. He has to go on one of the spirits with the Sados.
Yes.
So he just gets on top of Void Spirit. So he is essentially just a null factor through the fight because he has to use defensive resonant or whatever they're called. Or the astral step.
Oh, they might have just found Nor too. He actually walked underneath the sentry. They get the silence out. Struck of Fate slow. They're gonna pop the Night Stalker ult, but there's a nice 3-man tornado as well as the silence follow-up. Ulti coming out from Jakiro. Stun gonna be there afterwards. No, Jack's attack does get caught out with the Cuddle ult as well. Everybody just stuck in it. He's trying to focus it down on Nexus, but he's out of mana yet again. Has the wand, but he gets stunned in the middle of it, so he can't pop it yet again. He's just falling without any mana left for that ultimate. Now Bulljax has to go for the rollout, trying to go for a D ward, but he is immediately going to get sunstriked as well as rooted right on top of him. Bulljax cold snapped, a couple of right clicks coming out from Tint. Maybe he can go for the roll now. No, stun was there from Turtle King.
Well, I believe Radiant has missed their window. They are no longer stronger in fights. The Kata ultimate and the Night Stalker AoE presence in 5-man fights is just way too powerful. Radiant has to get the initiation on the Invoker for them to win fights, I think, at this point, which is only going to get harder as the game goes on. It could be a powerful timing for when they hit Wraith King 20. Because they can put the Wraith King in front and they can't go on him anymore. Like, the mana burn's irrelevant. So we'll have to see. But he's just kind of died 2 fights in a row. so his level and farm progression is kind of just halted. Terrorblade just kind of continues. Has it? I guess he died in that one bottom fight, but he's more or less just been uncontested. More or less, has just kind of been uncontested. Has the butterfly, and then once he gets BKB, he's kind of untouchable.
Mm-hmm. Kind of surprised he doesn't go for like a Scotty or something, because they don't. I mean, their only disable on MoonLight is, I guess, the Earth Spirit roll as well as the Ink Swell and Aether Remnant.
If you look at how Radiant gets their damage out, like who poses a threat to him when he has BKB?
Oh, we might just go for a fight right now. He's got the DD on him, on Kawiz. He's focusing down Bulljax, though. He does get the roll away for now. Nexus doing a lot of damage, but there's the Sunder. This time he can get the ult off. Tint's going to be able to pop his own ult, go for the silence. Cuddle ult coming through as well. They keep Nexus locked down. He is completely versus the world right now, having to jump away Jack's attack. Trying to get focused. There's the Sunstrike. Does hit the play from Tint to lock him in and making sure the Sunstrike came through.
Dude, 10 is just owning this game. The AoE control from Dire is just way too much now. Like, they can't go on the Night Stalker because they don't have enough damage anymore in Radiant. So Tint just ulties in, and he just creates massive amounts of chaos. And like, they can't commit on the Terrorblade, or at least they tried to. He gets the Sunder off, and there's way too much damage with that DD rune.
Yeah. I'm really surprised they took down the Wraith King that early in the fight, but he's so separated from the rest of his team. Like, they didn't have anything.
Look at his farm progression. He hasn't gotten it. He got like a 18-minute Radiance or something, and he hasn't gotten a single item.
Yeah.
So he's got 3,000 gold in the bank, and he's queued up an MKB, which kind of shows the dire situation that they're in at this point.
It's like, I don't really think it helps him out too much, but I mean, he basically just hasn't had a chance to go to the Super Chop. MoonLight's gonna try to make something happen with his smoke here. Maybe they can find a pick. I mean, Tint would be a nice target, but he's so quick.
You can see how pressured they feel. They have to find something when the ultimates aren't up on Dire. No Night Stalker ulti, no meta. Like, they have to find something, but Dire just playing defensively, sitting back, waiting for their CDs, not going to give them that opportunity.
Yep. They probably just don't want to take a fight until meta's back up, so they're just protecting Kawiz bottom.
They're going to have all their ultimates up again. I'm saying meta as an ulti. We all know that's his true ultimate.
Yeah.
It's pretty much his ulti.
I mean, Sunder's got the cooldown.
They're up now. They're like, they missed their window on Radiant, so now Dire with this BKB, fresh BKB on Invoker, fresh BKB on Terrorblade. They're just invincible in fights. They don't have, like, Wraith King's the only physical damage on the Radiant, and he just isn't farmed enough to put the team on his back.
Void Spirit's got eggs now, and something, I guess. Wraith King, Demon Edge.
Like, Terrorblade at this point in the game is untouchable. Like, he shreds Wraith King. Wraith King has 0 armor. He has 13 armor versus Terrorblade. That's going to be hitting him for like 300 a pop. So he's going to lose both his lives.
They did pop the smoke slightly, but the rest of the team is so split. I think they might just find Nexus again in the jungle. He does not. No, he's going for the TP. He gets the AoE stun from Tint, locking them both down. Stormcode's TP gets canceled. So does everybody else's. Bulljax might just have to get the hell out of dodge. Stormcode's going to drop. Bulljax does get out. Nexus goes down. Couple more right clicks to bring down Stormcode, and Bulljax Tornado does hit. Coming from Nori, but he's able to get another roll. Such a low cooldown.
I mean, I can't speak. Like, I'm a Tint fanboy. He owned this game. He looked like he was gonna go for the Ags rush. Realizes that his team just doesn't have any control. Gets the Eidos, so he can just stay on top and catch these spirits. And the game kind of just turned with that Eidos reveal bottom. Like, he is a baller.
He's definitely, I think he would be this match's MVP for sure. There's been a couple like Tornado EMP combos coming out from Noor that were really impressive. But Yeah, I think it's got to go to Tint. Like, he definitely pushed the tempo to get them back in this game. They were down by 7K, I believe, in the mid game, and it did not look great.
You know, part of it's obviously Tint's been playing. Like, everybody's, him and Quaius especially, have been playing extremely well this game, but some of the onus is on the Radiant for just, like, when you play this kind of lineup, it's really easy to be like, go fight, go fight, go fight, go fight, go fight. And then eventually you mess up once or twice when you don't have better late game, and then you're in this spot where Terrorblade is the end all be all carry. Your Wraith King is 10,000 gold behind him. You're like, well, guys, what do we do?
TP gets canceled out from Jack's attack. Atos again coming in handy. He can dissimulate over into the trees, but I think they're just going to find him. Stun misses from Jakiro. There's the taunt too, so they know he's still over here. I believe he got spotted by the creeps as well. There's the macro fire as well as the tornado. He doesn't have an ult. He does have a Yules to get an ult charge, but he just gets immediately stunned by Turtle King. Easy kills there. Good picks coming out, and they are now up 15K. Nor maybe even looking top 2. Might just go for it. Does have the EMP.
He has 20 on Wraith King, so they do have to kill him twice, but...
Swell comes out. I don't think he can get the TP here.
He ulted on Tint, so he's gonna see this
No,
TP.
there's the Cuddle right on top of it. Aurora's just going to go ahead and use it, and I think they're able to kill Nexus twice easy. Not really too much he can do. Right click's coming out from Tint. He's going to come back up immediately to a blast from Aurora. Maybe looks back at a stun, but yeah, it's just, that's a dead Wraith King. And he was dead before.
Now that they've kind of, like that two mess ups in the dire jungle from Radiant, when you don't have the superior late game, like, it just comes down to that. And now that they've like reached this point on the dire, they actually have pretty insane catch, like Invoker catch, Night Stalker catch if he pops his ultimate. Like, you can't split push against this team. There's just way too many stuns and vision advantage at this point.
Can they give Aeos too here? Oh, it's Coiz. He already
you give it to your Terrorblade, and you can just walk up and hit it. Hit towers.
Yeah, he's got a Scotty now too. He's just unkillable, and you can't get away from him either.
Yeah, they kind of just gave him a game. It's pretty tragic. Radiant was just like in complete control, right? They could go anywhere they wanted, get any kill on the map, until they dove in without mana on Ember, and then the second fight where they went on Terrorblade and he got Sunder off, like, just completely changed the game. That on top of the Ados from Tint. And not really sure what the play is anymore for MoonLight.
Wait till they go high ground, try and take something, I guess. Maybe you get a Bulljack's roll onto like backline Jakiro Coddle, but it feels like Night Stalker Tint is just gonna run at you, run at your cores, and you can't stop him.
Yeah, the Radiant has serious damage issues. Let's just go with that. On top of that, they when he reflections on Terrorblade, he gets the Radiance aura. So like his this Wraith King pick just feels so lackluster. It felt really good when his team was just like 4v5ing and he was 4v5ing and he was like just allowed to hit creeps. But the second Terrorblade has a hold in this game, you can see like he's just paper. On top of this like MKB pickup, like feels just like so strange.
Yeah, they are gonna walk Quiz back up to the high ground. He's got the Aegis, so he can just focus this down. Tint tried jumping in there. Still got the ultimate. It is just natural nighttime right now. It's 5 minutes till day, and that is definitely a long night if you're MoonLight.
Okay. BKB'd on Terrorblade, kind of interesting. They glyph. This could be an opening if they can break his Aegis with low commitment.
But there's the Grimstroke coming out. The Silence doesn't actually hit both, though, so Grimstroke almost completely wasted. But the jump in from Jack's attack, they immediately bring down the TV, but he hasn't used the meta yet. He's just going to come back up, pop meta, and then I believe just go crazy. Oh, no, he did use the meta, sorry. Jack's attack does drop, but he's still just so tanky on the TB. He's got Sunder, as well as the buff from Invoker. Down goes Nexus. Like he said, he's just paper. Can't actually get out of this. Maybe they bring down Kawiz, though. He's a little bit locked down on the front lines. Through comes the Meteor. Bulljax ticks down, but they find Kawiz. Jack's attack with the double kill after the buyback. One of the more value ones to assimilate through. Hits on to 2. Nora is still really healthy here up the stairs near the outpost, but I don't think they're going to find him. But they win the fight. Had to spend 2 buybacks to get it, but that's 4 very big kills. Did lose Rax, however.
Okay. They,
oh no, they might find Nor too. Spirit forward with the Agnums coming out from Ember. They find Nor. He doesn't quite have an invis yet either, but he can push them back towards their own base. He's got another chains in just a bit. Sun coming in from Nexus. 1 right click to bring him down.
All right, signs of life. If the Terrorblade uses all of his like spells on his first life like that, then
that's what I didn't expect him to. I was like, I thought he had saved it until he died with the Aegis, but yeah.
He BKB'd to hit the racks, and he had meta'd as well. He was just like kind of, and then the second his BKB's over, his team's kind of sitting behind him, so they can break the Aegis, low commitment, and then they're just all in for him. Because they had used everything on his first life. Kata ulti was down. Pretty nice job there from Radiant. And on top of some odd plays coming up from Terrorblade. There is 10-second BKB done on Night Stalker now, though, so he is just he is invincible. He can just run into the back lines and do whatever the hell he wants to.
I think they're just waiting for somebody to walk high ground right now, like a TB. But we'll see if they actually fall for it. They are rotating this way. Tint's going to be the first one to go high ground. They get the silence as well as the taunt. Can they burst him? Yes, they do. It's a big kill. Beast Unit pops the BKB. They want to keep going to roll through onto the Jakiro. Turtle King needs to get a 4-staff away. Does roll through again. He's still chasing this kick back. They find Turtle King. EMP goes through onto Bulljax. Jack's attack able to dodge it. Onto the tier 3s they go. Another big 2 pickoffs.
Looked like Tint thought he was going to be able to get his BKB off there, and he just gets rolled into Inkswell stunned and insta-dies. So you can see some cracks starting to form where if they don't have BKBs, like it's still very scary for the Dire. So
they got to look at bottom though. I don't know if they go high ground right now.
You know, I think they don't care about bottom. I feel like they're like, we have to go.
30 or 20 seconds actually till Night Stalker Jakiro back up. It is almost daytime too, but Night Stalker's of course got the ult. They can pop the EMP onto Nexus as well as the Cold Snap. That illusion just so damn annoying. It's basically a stun in itself.
He's gonna lose us.
Just stays locked down on the EMP. Still lives. No, there's the 4-staff. Or no, there was the kick away actually from Bulljax. That is a nice play. Sunstrike does hit, but not onto the right target.
We're gonna try and chase here.
Bulljack's got to roll away as well as a slow, going for the CP on Storm Code. Nobody can find him.
Really good. They use Night Stalker ulti as well. All right, they're all out. Nice disengage there.
He's got meta again. Like they could potentially go high ground, but I don't know. It seems kind of risky, especially seeing how they lost the last 2.
Yeah, it's fine as long it's really hard for Radiant. They have to chip the Terrorblade and to like force him to BKB defensively. What they can't have happen is they kind of go on him, they overcommit a little too much, and he's just allowed to get BKB meta and just hit you.
Bulljax needs to hit the roll out of here. Got stunned up as well as the EMP, though. He's still got mana, but he's just going to get focused by the rest of the team. Aurora's TP down here. There's the clumsy net. Maybe he goes for the bounty, but Tornado just barely misses. He doesn't have a TP for another 30 seconds, but he's going to go back for the bounty rune. Next to Tint. Has to hit another roll out to the low ground, and I think Tint might just keep chasing. Does go back to the high ground, but there's Aurora. He's still alive, and they've stopped chasing him. Meanwhile, bottom, though, they maybe found Jack's attack. They got the Yules, but there wasn't a stun follow-up. How does Bulljax get out with his life there? They just don't want to chase him. They tell him you're not worth it.
He is on the other side of the map from where they want to be. You can see they've got 2 lanes in. And they're like, all right, if Earth Spirit wants to sit back here, then, you know, just let him.
Oh, EMP on a Nexus, and that's just all of his mana gone. Okay. And
Nice
Grimstroke
force
ulti
back
popped
away.
as
Okay,
well. They
then-
want to jump into this with the Ember. Beast Unit's going to get silenced up immediately after, but he does have a BKB if he needs to pop it. It seems like he didn't, maybe didn't need it there.
Force the meta. This is really good. If they can
He's
like
focusing
just
high
keep
ground.
chipping that Terrorblade now, like force him to back up after
Get the
using
silence,
his meta.
but he can pop the Manta as well as the
Really
Stunner.
didn't
No,
do
he
that.
just shreds the Wraith King. Jack's attack needs to get saved here as well as Bulljax. He can just hit the Wraith King again and again, and he doesn't have any save for this. Quiz is doing so much damage, and they don't really have the focus. Nexus might just get a kill, though. They bring down Tint. They lose Nexus. Tint down for 80 seconds, but they die forward. Jack's attack gets a kill on the TB. And it's the big one. Down goes Turtle King as well. Couple more right clicks. He can save himself for now with the Yules, but they find Nor as well. Kick forward. Bulljack's almost saving him, but he hits the roll immediately afterward. Aurora might just drop too. They might just get the team wipe. He has to pop the cloak to live. Bulljack's rolling through. I think they have him on vision too. Yeah, jumping forward. Jack's attack yet again. Easy kills. It is going to be a team wipe. There's a lot of buybacks though.
That was about as perfect as you could ask for from the Radiant. It looked like they kept poking and poking and poking at this Terrorblade with their high mobility heroes, right? And they can't get locked down because they have BKBs. There's no BKB piercing stuns, so they can just go in, they get their BKBs, they force the meta, so he feels like he has to walk up the high ground. Then they kind of kite out his BKB, and eventually once his BKB is over, if they haven't died, then they can just burst him again. So they did a really great job, just slowly but surely chipping away. And we're kind of getting to that point now where, now that like Terrorblade
they want to go forward
the
again, and that's BKB popped out from Nor. Does hit the nice 2-man EMP tornado.
We're starting to get to that point where the surrounding cast around the Terrorblade isn't starting to do anything. Like Tint owned for a large majority of this game, but now his hero, like I didn't really feel the impact of his hero in that last fight because there's BKBs, because like the supports are high HP, like they're.
Well, I mean, doesn't Wierdhead have better late game with the TB though? It feels like it's just slightly better than like the TB or than the Wraith King. Especially you saw how much damage Wraith King took that last fight.
The issue is that Terrorblade needs heroes to, his surrounding cast has to lock down heroes so he can hit them, and they don't have anybody that does that, especially if Radiant has BKBs. So he was just like, he BKB'd, everybody on the enemy team ran away, and then they just went on him after, because like nobody's doing like stunning heroes or controlling them anymore. Partially because this Night Stalker hero doesn't do anything through BKBs.
The bonus side you gotta look at. They are getting lower cooldowns, but I mean, you still got a 9-second BKB on Jack's attack. Nexus is just gonna run in here. His BKB is on cooldown, actually. When did he pop that? Did he accidentally use a BKB?
It would appear so.
It's on 8 seconds, and it's still on cooldown, and now he's just caught out here without a BKB. How is he gonna get out of this one? Nexus is just dying immediately. The ult is still there. Beast Unit has to jump in. Nor pops the BKB of his own. There's a nice call to ult, but they could just focus down the Spirit with their BKB. And Tint is going to get some right clicks off as well, but they bring down Nexus for the second time. He's got no buyback. They lose the Ember Spirit. Beast Unit is down, does have buyback. Jack's attack is able to get away, as well as Storm Code. Where did he accidentally use his BKB? I mean, it shouldn't have been a cooldown, right?
That's really unfortunate. I feel it felt like they completely misread how fast Terrorblade could just take Roche too. Like it kind of just died in like 4 seconds, and by the time they got to the pit, looked like Wraith King might have like wanted to walk into the pit and try to force something there, but by the time he got there, Aegis was gone.
Oh, Jack's attack might have just gotten the buyback. He does have a save there though. No, he's just fine. Team is around him, but they're still gonna lose. Rax.
This should be mega creeps. They can just kind of siege once again with this Terrorblade. Doesn't have meta, doesn't have BKB, but they don't want to use it on their first life. They have Ags on Ember, makes it a little bit more annoying.
Double catapult as well, so it can't kill off the creep wave.
But they just Alacrity Terrorblade. I guess they're kind of yeah. The Alacrity's over, but
Megas is definitely happening, even with the Fortify. TV still, or Wraith King still down for 20 seconds. Do you get the kickback? But Macropyre right on top of that. Beastune has to jump in, but he gets abyssal. Down goes Beastune, and that's the dieback. Boljack's gonna get focused as well. Jack's attack has to jump in aggressively, trying to find Nor, but he can just pop the cheese and survive. GG called anyway. Down goes Stormcode. Double kill for Nor. They're even gonna find Jack's attack. Nope. Ancient explodes before that. What a roller coaster.
It took some pretty nice teamfight execution from MoonLight to be able to hold their base. And then it just becomes so hard to do the same thing when the enemy team's on like level playing fields, like you're not holding your high ground. And we saw in that last fight, you know, the entire, like every time they managed to take down the Terrorblade was when they kind of kited out meta. They picked and pulled, and then eventually they get the all-in kill. And then in that last fight, Terrorblade just sat there and just walloped everybody on the enemy team. They just all insta-died. He was like, all right, you let me hit you guys, thanks. You're dead.
Lobby is up, by the way.
So, I mean, that game looked really good for a really long time for Radiant, but they never really had a true scaling answer to the Terrorblade. So if you have one or two bad engagements, you give Terrorblade that game. Terrorblade just solo wins the game eventually, and you know Tint kind of just made that space happen for a lot of that game. That's a wild net worth graph. I mean, they had what?
He's literally double the next highest person. Like, damn.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, he had 36K. Wraith King had 18K.
Almost, yeah. He actually is legit double the Wraith King. Like,
a large part of that game too felt like it was just Nexus trying to force engagements that he was not really strong enough for. You know, he did a great job. He flash farmed really well when his team was like owning 4v5, like they were kind of running around as this ball of 4 while Wraith King hit creeps. And that's how they got a lot of their advantage. And then it hit a point where Nexus tried to fight. And I think it was that fight bottom where he doesn't get his wand off. Like his Radiance reveal, he gets mana burned, doesn't get his 20 charge wand off, doesn't get his ulti off. And then he dies like 2 times immediately after that, and his game's just over.
It's a tough game for a Wraith King.
Yeah, I mean, he just if he got like one, I'm gonna need to look at his item progression. He got like what felt like one item in 15 minutes as Wraith King or something. Player items. Let's see here. So he gets Radiance at 18 minutes. And then he got an MKB 11 minutes after.
And then he gets BKB like.
And then he gets BKB 10 minutes after that.
Yeah.
Which is just at that point, especially if you don't have the carry advantage, like the carry advantage in the matchup. It's just your game's just unplayable. So I would like to see either them ban the Terrorblade or pick some sort of carry that at least can do something to him.
Well, it doesn't feel like they need to ban it. I think it's like they definitely had that game not won, but like it's just a couple of mess ups from their side, right? Like
it's hard to say, but like in my head I think this guy is a master tier Terrorblade, and Terrorblade is like in 99% of games he is the end all be all. And I feel like especially if you're not playing at the highest tier of Dota, the heroes that give you the end all be all in the late game are just so powerful because it takes almost flawless execution to maybe not flawless, but you have to play really extremely well to stay on the map, not feed away kills, not overextend. Because all it took was like one, debatably two, really just two like overextensions, and then the Terrorblade just took over. Maybe that game's different if they just get all of the outer towers and just control the map. But it didn't like they didn't seem like they wanted to play that way. So. Maybe I would, if they pick like a Spectre, maybe you don't have to ban it because you feel like you can scale equally as well. But Wraith King's not a scaling carry by any stretch. Like he scales okay, but not into Terrorblade. They first ban.
Dude. All right. Well,
I love this league, man.
All right. Well, I didn't think we'd see it. You hate to see it.
That's pretty funny. And they ban Void Spirit. Wierdhead bans it, so.
Is the Oracle new too? Did we see an Oracle ban last game?
Yes, we did see an Oracle ban last game. They banned Oracle, and then they banned Tusk and Witch Doctor, so they can. One of those is getting through. They let both through, I guess. They banned the Invoker as well. I guess if you lose to a first phase Invoker, like it didn't feel like the Invoker really did that much, but at this, like, it's kind of hard to see his impact in some fights. Like the EMP does own, like you picked. It feels so weird, like you picked heroes that are bad against Invoker when they first phased Invoker. So like, and then you're like, all right, just ban it, I guess. Very weird.
Oh, they got the match tick wrong.
10 seconds remaining.
Voltex tried to credit himself.
5 seconds remaining.
Oh well. Just for, yeah, I have it right on the stream, so we're good. The Invoker ban seems pretty justified too. Definitely, like he struggled a lot early on, like 5 deaths or something like that. But just a couple of fights, he gets a 2-man tornado EMP and you win.
All right, they just go for the Grimstroke once again. See if so. They responded. They first picked Coddle.
Ember,
so
I thought. Oh no, other side. That's right.
So they could, if they want to like Coddle Ember, they could take it here.
I mean, are there any other like combos with the Coddle you first pick?
I mean, Coddle Bristle is like the go-to. Coddle Bristle, Coddle Ember are the go-tos if you want to do that.
Radiant team pick.
Dude, they're swapping it up.
Shadow Demon +1. Okay, so Shadow Demon's
counter to Grimstroke, right?
It is. Like you can save one of them, but if they're both soulbound, like the other hero is gonna die, right?
Well, I'm just saying in lane too. If they're running at you with Inkswell, like
yeah, it's great against Inkswell. If you're in the right position, you just dodge it. Yeah, I can get on board with that. The hardest hero the hardest counter to Grim a lot of times, in my opinion, is Centaur, because you can stampede away from you. Like the soulbound units can just run away.
So my only gripe with that is sometimes when you're soulbound, you panic and Centaur pops ult, and then you don't run in the same direction, so it defeats the purpose. Like
yeah, that's fair, but that's also that's like what happens in like non-coordinated environments, at least.
True,
hopefully they can be on the same page in these games. So they Shadow Demon Witch Doctor. So once again, they have that both their supports on
Witch Doctor
Wierdhead
got
are...
banned last game by
5
MoonLight.
seconds remaining.
It did. I mean, if I'm playing MoonLight, I'd be saying pick Earth Spirit again.
Seems pretty good into both of these.
Like both these supports are extremely susceptible to just getting rolled on and killed.
Well, that's another way to roll.
Yep. You know, the only issue is that I actually really like Witch Doctor against Tusk. In the lane, especially.
It's really hard to stay on top of him.
Well, the problem, like, they get on top of you,
10 seconds remaining.
and then you just get coconutted.
Yeah.
Like, especially if you bring a +1 with you, like, it's pretty
Radiant team
awkward for the Tusk if the Witch Doctor plays it correctly. So PL ban comes out.
I kind of wanted to see the Grimstroke on the Witch Doctor team so we could see some serious coconut action, but
The coconut action. Powerful stuff.
yeah, dude, I don't know. It feels like there's a lot of ways they could go. Void Spirit's pretty decent in the Tusk right now. I think
10 seconds remaining.
I went last game. Of course, their TB is banned out, as well as the Invoker. Basically, both the cores have to pick something different. Centaur's still out there. Centaur feel. I guess Shadow Demon 4 here, I would assume.
Something like you're playing against Grim Tusk. You kind of just want something that doesn't die to early aggression. So the tanky offlaners can be good, or just high mobility.
Legion Commander.
Yeah, Legion fits that mold. It was banned last game, actually, I believe, by MoonLight. Yeah,
Yes.
got banned by
Yep.
MoonLight.
I mean, they do have a Tusk counter or Tusk save.
Yeah, but Legion doesn't have great heroes to play with in this game. This feels like a more defensive LC pick, where they have 2 saves for whatever hyper carry they might pick. Terrorblade's banned, but if they pick something like, I don't know, you could pick a lot of different things, like anything that can just flash farm and come online and be like the end all be all is really good. That can just sit in front with 2 saves behind you. It's a little awkward though, because you might want something that can play with Witch Doctor. Like something like an Ursa maybe comes to mind, but that Ursa's nice versus Tusk too, because you can jump out of shards. Or Ricky also fits like a similar mold to not dying to Tusk. All right, I'm confused.
The Pugna pick, dude. I mean,
Pugna
the double
comes
suck.
out. Yeah, it's they get the double suck. I'm just worried about Pugna versus Shadow Demon's unplayable for Pugna.
Yeah.
5 seconds.
It's an
If you
orgy,
get
my
purged
dude.
and gone on, you're just dead.
I guess it's more safe for Legion too, but yeah, the Shadow Demon kind of becomes an issue.
So if
Something-
I'm Wierdhead here, I don't really know if there's any flex. Like if you're comfortable, they were comfortable picking their mid into like a counter matchup last time with the Invoker. So if he has another hero like that, then you pick it here. Otherwise, you can pick something that can just flex between mid safe lane.
They're spending a lot of time on their earlier picks, though. It's kind of strange from Wierdhead, but
Well, this is like the most important pick, because it kind of dictates your entire laning setup. So they just pick the Ricky. Okay. So I mean, I think it's a great Ricky game.
yeah, really good into a Tusk. You have the silence for a Pugna as well. Like, don't have to worry about the ward too much.
That is a powerful pick. 18 pick Lycan. Okay. Not. I mean, Lycan's really good versus Ricky. Natural Necro 3 buyer makes fights really hard for him. But
I think it's just their push is insane too with Pugna Lycan.
Yeah, their group up potential is really nice. I'm a little worried about Lycan's threat in fights, just because Coconut lasting 4 seconds on your units is pretty rough. On top of Shadow Demon save.
10 seconds remaining.
Right now, though, the D push on Radiant's pretty non-existent. Like in Pugna, any lane they go to, they just take a tower.
Pot Gone feels pretty good. I mean, it's good in Pugna as well as the Lycan. Just keep them locked down. Decent mid too for Nor.
Yeah, it's really nice against Lycan and Pugna, and it doesn't die to Tusk ganks, which is pretty important.
Could still go Void Spirit though, I think.
No, it's banned.
Oh, did
First
we see?
phase ban.
Oh, they banned it. Shit. Ember out as well.
So probably Pugna off lane. So we're looking at some sort of safe mid pick that plays versus. It could be mid Pugna, I guess. Honestly, you could just pick like. Anything that can punish Ricky could be good. I'd say like something like an Underlord is okay, but you're playing into Maledict, so it makes it a little harder. So, all right, they go for the Night Stalker again.
Other side, right? Tim played it last game.
Oh yeah, true. Other side, yep. Not. I mean, Night Stalker or Lycan. I would not want to play any support into that duo.
10 seconds remaining.
That seems
That's a rough.
very.
That's rough, dude.
That seems really rough to play against.
That's a Ronichi drop, and you don't stop until then you're dead. So
you're playing against Pugna mid. Something like Kunkka seems really good. Gives you wave clear, gives you catch, gives you front line.
I think they have the front line with Legion too, though, right? Like it might not be enough, but
okay.
DK feels that
similar
too.
Concept. Although I don't like Dragon Knight nearly as much against Pugna. Pugna's like a high magic burst hero, which is exactly what DK is susceptible to.
That set though, damn.
So this is really going to be a battle of who catches who. You know, if the Lycan and Night Stalker get into a position where they can get onto the supports and they die, then the Radiant Cores don't really do much. But if Ricky, say Ricky at the very start of the fight, they get Purge on Pugna with Ricky on top, and he just insta dies, then the fight's kind of a little bit harder for the Dire. It does feel like the Radiant's a little bit lacking in the damage department, though. When I'm looking at their heroes, Shadow Demon makes up for a lot of that with his W. So if he has a good game, it'll be really nice. Or if Tint just like pops the fuck off like he did last game, he can also with the dual damage, he can also scale nicely.
Yeah, but I mean he's gonna have a good lane though, right? It's really hard to play Legion from behind. We've seen that happen a decent amount, or at least in the game Saturday. Like,
I'm just really worried about these Radiant supports, man. I'm not gonna lie. Play against Tusk, Lycan, Night Stalker, all that. If the Shadow Demon dies at the start of the fight, it doesn't feel like Radiant's going to have enough damage to overcome the hero deficit.
Almost everybody died except for Aurora and
Supports, man.
Turtle King.
Support the supports.
It's gonna be opposite of what happens in the game, probably. So.
You fought well and true.
I think no. It's literally just Beast Unit. What is it with Mint? Too? Should be able to block this game though. Did miss it on Nor last time, but he can run out to mid this time. Be ready. Turtle King tint top on Legion Shadow Demon. Bottom we got Kawiz and Aurora on Ricky Witch Doctor respectively. Bottom lane on the other side of the map, Bulljax, Tusk, Jax Attack, Night Stalker, Stormcode, Grimstroke in the tri lane for now. See how long that lasts. Beast Unit mid Pugna and potentially just a solo lane now for Nexus, but they'll probably do the same thing where either Jax Attack or Stormcode is going to rotate back to that top lane. About the middle of the game or middle of the laning stage, 3-4 minutes, see if they can find a kill.
All right, so once again they're running this like grim +1 aggro hero concept, so see if they can punish it again. Witch Doctor, I mean, if they get to the Witch Doctor and doesn't get the coconut off, then he will die. But I said in the draft, I don't think Witch Doctors is susceptible to that kind of those kind of early game kill heroes as a lot of support. As I think it's just gonna be a straight trade here for bounty runes.
Yep. No action early on, and that might just mean Bulljax rotates top immediately after this. But no, it's gonna go back bottom. Maybe Storm. No, they're gonna stay both of them.
They did this last game. Like Nexus,
yeah. They'll see if they can
Nexus
find
in both
something.
games is playing Wraith King and Lycan. Both are heroes that are pretty hard to push out of lane. Lycan though, he needs a little bit more levels, similar to Wraith King, I guess. Early, he can be punished, I guess. But they're gonna go for this first blood. Do they see this coming? Is the question. It's also awkward because you don't want to skill Snowball level 1 on Tusk.
Yeah, you really want to have it be the tag team. I could argue for Ice Shards level 1 too. I mean, that can secure the first blood as well.
All right, Stormcode, your time is... I believe your time has come to go to the bottom, go back to the top lane.
Yep, and he's hearing you. Gonna rotate top. Turtle King just gonna go for a bit of a trade, but I mean, this feels...
Now this is awkward though. So last game Stormcode, I think they got first blood with the Inkswell.
Yes.
This game they get nothing done with it, and now he just has Inkswell in lane level 1, which feels like a complete grief if you're not like actively attempting to get kills with.
Yeah. You think
So
you can, yeah.
If Turtle King's smart, he's gonna do exactly this. He's just gonna trade. Stormcode can't really do anything. He's like, oh
I do
okay,
kind of want him to
Inkswell-
use it like this
Oh,
though.
They do Inkswell the wolves.
I think he could. Stormcode can maybe Inkswell himself, although he might just die right here. There's 4 stacks on Stormcode, and I think he might be underestimating the damage. He
damage.
doesn't get it. It's so close. 30 health on Stormcode.
So I don't know if you saw, but he Inkswelled the wolves.
Yep.
Onto then
Yep, I did.
Level 1 Shadow Poison does not do that much damage when you pop it. It becomes like 100 times better at level 1.
Oh, Stormcode. He's
not
get
gonna
XP.
he's not in XP range.
Wait, did he not get XP for that?
No, doesn't look like it.
I guess he would have gotten level 2 on the kill, but
Yeah, would have gotten level 2, not in XP range.
well, nice play there from
This
Stormcode.
This is space for Lycan. So once he gets I guess he's got level 2 wolves now. So level 3 wolves is when they become really annoying for supports because that's when they get the cripple, which is just extremely annoying. Although, looks like he's gonna get 5 stacks again on Stormcode. So
Yeah,
it takes
but
about
you
half
just
his
see how
HP.
little damage. I mean, it is half, but it's like you would think it'd be doing a bit more, but it's still only level 1, so. Oh, bottom, there is a Maledict's out on a Bull Jackson. He doesn't have too much to say, but it's only level 1 Maledict, so nothing really too big.
Still has no regen though, so he looks like he's gonna be maybe just forced to base.
He's got that tango going, I guess. I don't really know if there's too much he can do in a Ricky lane either, because there is just him jumping out. Like,
it's really, he's in a weird spot, but this Ricky pick was really nice because he can't really kill mid because it's a DK, and he can't really kill bottom because it's a Ricky. So you either need to go top, bottom. I guess they caught Aurora here, but the coconut Maledict, Bulljax is dead.
Yeah,
maybe
couple
they
of
get
hits.
the kill.
Oh, they do get the trade, and it looks like XP and kill goes to Quiz. Aurora's gonna get XP for that too, because Bulljax died first.
Yeah, pretty much exactly how this matchup goes is you go for a play with your offlaner or somebody, you get 2-man coconutted.
Top lane, I think Turtle King might have just found a kill. He needs one more stack, and a right click should be it, unless he wants to wait for another stack. Yep.
Nice job there. Yeah, this is a rough lane for Grim. Playing against Shadow Demon's not really that fun. Not gonna lie.
What about mid lane? I think this is Pugna favorite matchup. It looks like it's going that way so far.
Well, he also has a DD, so that'll help.
Well, yes.
But yeah, I think I said in the draft, right, that I don't like DK into Pugna. Like maybe
like the armor, the bonus armor you get from Dragon Blood doesn't really do much. At least the HP regen is there, but I mean half the skill is useless.
It's just like, what is DK's biggest weakness? High magic burst.
Yeah. That's
exactly what Pugna gives. It can work the other way where, you know, DK gives you the insta catch, right, onto the Pugna, which is what Pugna is susceptible to, but at least in the early to mid game, definitely Pugna favored.
Turtle King might get the stroke of fate, but he's really hesitant with it on Stormcoat. Does eventually throw it out, but I think it's just too late.
He doesn't have level 3 wolves yet, which makes it really hard to go for this kill, because that's when they get the slow.
I think they might just turn it on to Stormcoat too. Tint's getting a couple of stacks up. He doesn't have overwhelming odds or the heal, but they can just keep chasing with the demonic poison as well. Does tick down. Turtle King getting yet another kill, gonna save himself for now, but I think he dies pretty much afterwards immediately. Heal is there, but right click from Nexus is gonna burst through it. But maybe Tint can bring him down. He doesn't have anything. There's the one pop. I think he needs 2 more hits to get it, and I don't think he wants to dive underneath the tower.
All right. Yeah. Well, this the Shadow Demon lane going extremely well. LC has, holy, oh my gosh! Look at the CS. Look at Lycan's CS.
10. Yeah, not a great start.
10 CS to Tint's 34 CS. His top lane is just a disaster.
Tint balling out.
I didn't even like, on top of the kills that Turtle King's been getting, Tint just has a completely free game. Like LC, when she has this good of a start, is extremely hard to play against.
Feels like they're gonna get dual really soon too. It is up, and just one more creep. Let's get the ink swell. But yeah, without the duel, I don't know how far they want to go.
I have duel in 1 creep. Yeah. I can hear him saying it.
He needs to kill off this wolf to get it? Nope. I mean, he's out of mana anyway, but decent damage onto Nexus, no matter what.
So they've effectively pushed Lycan out of lane. Lycan's really good jungler still, so it's like she's not going to be like too sad. But the bigger thing is that the LC just has a free game right now. She's going for a Vlad's, I guess, but so she's going to have any item that she wants this game. If things hold, at least. In mid lane, Beast unit pressuring the tower here. He glyphs.
It's about to be dead. I think he just needs one more hit. They still have glyph on
Radiant. He didn't use it.
Yeah, that's
kind of weird, but all right, free tower for Beast unit.
Yeah. And I mean, yeah, there's not really much a DK can do to prevent that either.
Yeah, and now Pugna can just kind of, now that he's gotten this mid tower, that's like your go time for him. Like, you can rotate top because Lycan's left the lane, so this is effectively just another free tower for him. Oh, I guess they're on the opposite teams. I'm returned.
He's gonna go for no. I doesn't think he can get this kill, but it's just damage.
I think he wanted to try to get his mana back. Does not work though. So, opposite teams, I'm dumb. So Pugna can't really rotate top and get this tower. Rotating bottom's really hard too, because Ricky's just kind of level 6 already. So, not entirely sure where Beast Unit can go on the map right now.
Oh, bottom Aurora does get the cask up, but they want to try and bring him down instead. A couple of hits from the tag team. Maledict as well up onto Jack's attack. He's taking a lot of damage, but I don't know if it's going to be enough to kill him. One more tick. Yes, it is. No, the snowball save is there. What a play from Bulljax. He's still going to die, though. Quiz with the jump over, and now Bulljax running over into the trees. Can he get away from this? I don't think so. Even keeps his back turned to make it easier for Quiz, and it's a double kill for the Ricky.
So they, they saw the Witch Doctor, and this might be an experience thing, but they picked the Tusk into the Witch Doctor. They're like, all right, we're just gonna kill this Witch Doctor over and over again, and then you play it in game, and you just get coconutted and maledicted, and you're like, okay, all right, we have to run away. I mean, they got the Witch Doctor kill, but it cost you your offlaner's life, all the XP going to the Ricky, who is now level 7. 48 CS, treads double Wraith Band. So both side lanes for Radiant are going extremely well.
They might just find a kill on the Turtle King as well. Looks pretty easy for them. Beast Unit is going to rotate with that early tower kill, and they find the outpost too.
That's
so
a really nice
double
rotation.
up the XP.
Nice rotation there for sure. They get both outposts? No, it doesn't actually give you double XP.
Yeah. Well, I always mean that. Like, if you take it the net XP, it's technically doubled, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's what I mean. I know.
But the net XP is still the same. It's still the same.
Yeah. What you actually get, yes. They do get the cask out on the Beast Unit as well as the Maledict, but where's the stun? It's going to come with the Disruption instead, and they're not getting damage in the meantime, but there's the stun from Nor and the lockdown. They lose Lycan as well. They can't actually get rid of the Suck. He's still taking a lot of damage from the Maledict. There he goes. Decrepify just makes it easier for this Breathe Fire to come out. Stormcode might just be the next target underneath the Dragon form, but running in his Bulljax doesn't have the punch yet, so he can't actually do a little bit of burst more to Nor. Gets the pushback with the shards, but I think he kind of wanted him locked in there underneath the tower. Nor can just walk away. Turtle King might die to the tower and the wolves right now. Nor's going to be the next one to get focused. Jack's attack doing a lot of damage with the wolves. Tint does not come in time for the heal. Maybe he can find Jack's attack with the duel. Looks like he's already found a win, but can he actually get out of here now? A lot of damage coming out from Jack's attack. He can die for this. He's so quick. And there comes the last hit. Double kill for Jack's attack, maybe make that a triple. He finds a courier as well. In comes the Inkswell on top of Nexus. One more hit, triple kill for Jack's attack. Ko is going to be the next target. Gets silenced, gets bursted up, as well as decrepified by Beast Unit. 304 gold for the kill on the Ricky. I believe that was a team wipe too. And they might just find, no, there's the save for now. Nor is able to get away. Maybe they can turn it on a Beast Unit. He has to pop the Decrepify on himself with the Breathe Fire. He might just die afterwards from the ultimate. There it goes. Turtle King getting a nice kill. Duel over onto Jack's attack. I don't think they get the duel win though. In comes the Snowball onto Tint. Do they have enough damage for this punch up from Bulljax, as well as a couple of hits coming in from Nor? Turtle King's gonna get focused. Cass bouncing around. It's making a little bit of space, but in comes the Maledict. They bring down and punish the Lycan. Bulljax might drop as well. One more hit from the Ricky does get him. Stormcode getting focused down by Nor. And, well, it kills the other way. At least you get out on the Night Stalker and you don't give that duel win. But they just went a little bit too far.
So, in the end, both teams kind of just trade kills on each other. But the real winner out of all of this is the Night Stalker. He got 3 kills. Doesn't die in the counter exchange that happens, and so he's gonna have a really nicely timed axe on Jack's attack.
Oh, duel over mid on the Nexus, but again, I don't know if they have enough damage. Maybe afterwards they find the Maledict, but it's just not gonna be enough. It's always just a bit off on the timing.
It didn't. Yeah, I mean they got the Maledict, but if like they don't have natural damage heroes without Ricky being there for sure. Also, Shadow Demon was not in range to do the damage, so pretty low on the damage on the other two heroes, on the other two cores.
Was that Tuscanine mid tower too?
Was indeed, and it would appear they know that they used a lot of spells mid. DK form down, duel down. I guess duel's coming back up here in a second. So they're just gonna walk bottom, try to force an engagement down here, and they might have.
They get the slow
here,
over
actually.
onto Nor. And then, like you said, with that magic burst, where is your armor now? Inkswell comes through, but the disruption I think is onto the wrong target because you want to save Nor, but he popped it on Jack's attack instead. Not quite sure. Nexus is going to get focused up by the Maledict. Aurora getting the snowball through. Doesn't come in time, but still going to die immediately afterwards. In comes Ricky as well as the duel. Can they bring down Beast Unit? I don't think so. No, they don't have the damage, but they find it afterwards. Lose the duel. Or at least they don't get the duel, but they do get the kill. Losing Ricky afterwards. They still chase on Jack's attack. Bulljax has a snowball in just a bit. Might tick down to the urn. Not going to happen. Tin's still pretty quick, though. Shard's not able to hit either. And, oh, is he still going to chase? He could still hit the shards here, but I think they're too slow. Yeah.
Not fast enough. So, once again, Night Stalker has ulti. They force a fight around it, and Jax just... You can see the amount of work that he's putting into these fights. He's not dying. Like, they're trying to ignore him, it seems like. And he's just killing everybody with the bonus damage from Dark Ascension. And on top of that, one of the main control heroes is their Dragon Knight, and he just dies instantly to this Pugna. Pugna plus the Inkswell on top of him. Right? It's just... It's not a good Dragon Knight game. Like, I'll just say it. Like, he has trouble... He's going to have trouble living through fights for about the next 15 minutes.
So, like, it's like a BKB, right?
Yeah, but he doesn't want to. He's going to go blink, and then he's going to try to force engagements, right, on his terms.
Mm-hmm.
But if he doesn't get kills off of those engagements, then he's going to be in really big trouble.
And again, too, it's like he's only got 10 dual damage on Tint every single time he's used this spell. They just don't have the follow-up.
Yep, and again, they ran into something.
Again, they're not going to find it either. Inkswell, he might just die himself on Tint. There's going to be the turn, but no, the Maledict as well. At least they find the kill on Nexus. The save is going to be there from the snowball. Diving forward on Quiz. Ricky maybe killing off Stormcoat, but he might just fall himself. Do they have vision? They have the burst. Beast Unit doesn't need to see you. I think Turtle King might just die here too. Yes, he does. They get the stun over onto Aurora as well.
Yeah, this they just don't have damage. It's pretty, like, Ricky was even there, but Ricky wasn't there when they got the duel off, which is the important thing.
Oh, Bulljax wants to keep going too. He hits the shards. What a play from Bulljax. They get on top of him with the Night Stalker even. Again, this is a lot of armor, but in comes Beast Unit. He is looking very dead with the Decrepify. Blast coming in, stun over onto the Night Stalker, but I don't think it's going to be enough to survive. There's the heal. He's running back into this. We gotta pause.
Nor's got all the spells up again, or not Nor. Beast Unit's got all the spells up again. Probably dead on Nor.
He looks pretty dead. They have vision on him too.
Tim's gonna get a dual win at least. He's got a DD rune, so Bulljax is definitely dead.
He's basically just gonna die. Where did he get this DD? Did he just pick it up and then TP mid?
Yeah, he picked it up and then TP'd.
All right, it's going to be 19 and 19 then, I believe.
Yeah, but how many dies has Ricky died? How many times? Ricky's died like 2 lives in a row, effectively. So his farm progression is pretty much just non-existent. As you can see, he was like top of the net worth for a really long time. Now he's below the Night Stalker, and almost getting passed up by Pugna, 700 ahead. Or 400 ahead of the Pugna, who's about to get more or less will pass him with this DK kill.
Oh, he might just live.
Oh.
They just backed.
Okay.
The Decrepify is there. They don't get the dual win.
The counter.
But he dies immediately afterward. And I think Stormcoat is going to drop too. That's the defusal showing from Quiz.
Yeah. I said the Pugna has a hard game when Shadow Demon's there, right? But no Purge, that's their only counter to Decrep. They're all physical damage outside of that. So Pugna's Decrep is just a save. It's a 100% save without it. So nice job there. As he's got a full Glimmer Cape on Beast Unit now too, so his survivability just skyrocketed. If they do not get the duel on him, the fights are going to be really hard.
Feels like maybe they need to start going... well, they've tried the smoke ganks earlier, and they just didn't have the damage for the duel, but Beast Unit's really the only target that's killable, it feels like, other than Witch Doctor. Or not Witch Doctor, the Storm Code.
Yeah, that's another thing, is that this Lycan, like Lycan and Night Stalker and Tusk are just naturally beefy, right? So, like, you feel awkward going on them. As they smoke up, they've got Necro 3 on Nexus, but a nice ward here from Aurora.
Nor gets the blink away. He's fine.
That was Nor's blink reveal, though, more or less.
I mean, he doesn't die, right? Like, he's showing with it.
I guess. Now, Tint, though... Whoop.
Oh, yeah, Tint looks very dead. There is no save for this. He needs to get the heal off. Maledict as well onto Jack's attack. They get the slow. He's actually just going to live.
Okay.
And they focus back on the tower. Nexus is high ground. I think they could still find the tower, especially with the Pugna here. Again, their push is just so strong. Ricky not even being here. Kawiz is just pushing bottom.
This is the right call, though, 100%. He died 2 fights in a row, trying to like force things with his team.
Do they fight here though? He is TPing back now.
His tower's already dead though, so now he's just stuck in no man's land. Like they smoked. They can just sit on the high ground here.
They need to try and find Beast Unit. They get the stun, maybe the duel, but the snowball save is going to be there immediately. What a play from Bulljax. Nice run in. They get the save. Aurora's going to get focused on the back. Pops the ult, but cancels it immediately. Does get the Maledict off on the Jack's attack, but I don't think it's going to matter. They lose Tusk, but they're losing 3 heroes of their own. Nora's getting focused up as well. Down goes Kawiz on the Ricky. Beast Unit with the magic damage over onto the DK. Triple kill for Beast Unit. What a play from Bulljax too.
Yeah, that was pretty much textbook on how to protect somebody as Tusk. They get the duel off, but you get snowballed. Easy save. And then once that's over, it's just a cakewalk for Dire at that point. They just have so much damage with this Pugna and Night Stalker when he has his ultimate available that it's so hard for the Radiant supports to play Dota. We saw Aurora and Turtle King both just got chased by Night Stalker or Lycan. Like they can't play Dota. Game is hard. Game is very hard for the Radiant.
And immediately they just lose the tower afterwards too. And that's the benefit of this like Pugna Lycan lineup. Every time you want to fight, you know you can take a tower so quickly.
And I said we noted that Kawhias was, he was pushing bottom, right? Like he was farming down here. He TP's mid to force another fight, and he dies again. So 3 fights in a row that he's tried to play with his team with his diffusal blade, and he just died. He got maybe like 1 or 2 kills out of them, but definitely not worth it. As he's gonna work towards that BKB, but I feel like he's not gonna have this nearly in time to help himself survive. Like the pace of the game is just gonna get pushed so much here by the Dire. Feels like they're gonna get this mid wave and then they're just gonna smoke again. That's what I would hope happens here. They have a smoke. They have one on Bulljax. Hopefully they just smoke bottom for the tower, or like get a kill, get a tower, like in Pugna Gaming, right? Every pick is a tower.
Yeah. And well, I mean, you do slightly need to have the lanes in the right way, but I mean the wolves can go take care of that for you. So
yeah, little awkward actually. Nice job here from Turtle King, just kind of sitting down here. And
he's gonna get the TP away too.
He's out. Nice job. So there's a lot of wasted time. All things considered, it's only a 3K gold lead.
Norca just popped. They have no idea where MoonLight is playing right now, but it does feel like Norca just popped DK ult and start hitting in this tier 2.
Well, they know that they're bottom. Like they're playing 2 heroes in this top dire jungle, and they have wards kind of in this midish area, so like they're like their bottom. Night Stalker shows, and they just saw Tusk on a ward, which is pretty much just a dead giveaway that this bottom tower is going to die.
I don't think it's worth defending this either, especially after how the last fights have gone.
Yeah, this it feels kind of impossible for Radiant to take team fights until they have more items. And even then, it'll be dicey.
High ground, though.
Yeah, the benefit of Dire's lineup is that they can just force high ground here. They have Lycan Pugna. So they're gonna do just that. They've got Night Stalker ulti available, Lycan ulti available.
Gonna take top.
Everything in the book ready to rumble. Although Lycan's Necrobook's
10.
CD.
It's still gonna be up really soon though if they wanna just turn around with the creep wave. But looking like they want it back.
Like the call here. Kawhi's just stay, don't TP, stay up there. He just needs to pressure some part of the map so that Dire doesn't feel like they can do this for free. And
Tint looks very dead right now. Not gonna escape that one. Again, just a lot of magic burst plus the silence, and they can probably just take Roche for free.
They're gonna walk into Roche. They've got tag team. They're taking Roche. Pretty self-explanatory. As well as just how it works on Roche, I think. I'm actually not sure.
It does.
So that helped a lot too.
It looked like the duration was less, but
yeah, that's how a lot of things work on Roche.
like if he pops it again here. Yeah.
2.5 seconds. But free Roshan. They're gonna give this. I mean, they give it to Lycan. Not really the greatest Aegis carrier. I actually would have preferred they put that on Pugna or someone. It's like, what does Lycan with Aegis really do?
Pugna does feel like a way better, I guess, carrier. But I guess it's like if you're dying on Pugna, you're probably out of position. You easily die again, maybe. Oh yeah.
You know, the way that these fights are happening for the Radiant, they're kind of just all-inning for Pugna, right? That's their game plan. We purge the Pugna, we duel him, we try to get the kill. And if he has 2 lives, you can't do that. It doesn't really feel like they have another hero that they can start a fight on. Maybe it's really rough, as they're just gonna walk up the high ground here. I guess one of the benefits to having Lycan Aegis is you can just sit up here. But it.
Yeah, and he doesn't feel like he needs to pop Wolf or pop Alt until he dies once. Hopefully you're not dying with it up.
Nice job though from Ricky. You know, he's got the other lane going in, so small consolation prize.
Still working on a Manta.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can just look at the net worths, right? All 3 of Dire cores sitting pretty at the top, and then followed by the 3 cores on the Radiant. As you know, they picked this Legion Commander hero, and he had a great lane, but once you start falling behind on Legion, you start to feel you just become a heal bot, which is one of the worst feelings in Dota.
It's like he can't even do that either because he continues to get silenced by Tint. He might just die here, not popping the heal for a little bit.
It's just so hard to play Dota for him right now. This Pugna pick really just feels like it was insane. The more I see it play out, right? Like they have this 5-man unit. Legion can never kill anybody, and they have the double save with the decrypt and snowball. So like they can't really hard commit onto any one hero.
Still only got that 10 dual damage too.
They are gonna lose their bot tier 2 here. So Ricky getting closer to, he switched it back up to going BKB. Probably the right call.
Jack's attack just playing very aggressive on the high ground. Same thing with Nexus too. He can just walk forward. Not really fear too much. Jack's attack moves so quickly. You gotta be so afraid.
Also, one nice thing of the Night Stalker when you're like ahead like this is you can sit here, you silence like on top of your team, and the Legion's like, well, can't go in.
You get the Fortify up as well as a bit of a Maledict. Maybe they can bring down Jack's attack, but then he gets the silence off. Ricky jumping in as well as a nice Grimstroke ulti. They get the punch up. They have the vision. Down goes Kawiz. Down goes Shadow Demon. Aurora as well going to get focused up by Nexus, diving in with the Aegis still up. They do get a nice duel. Aegis down as well as the Wolf. He's not going to have the ult when he comes back up. There's the Maledict, but Nor has a stun. It's way late. In comes the Force Staff, and a lot of magic damage in for Nor. The save is going to be there from the disruption. Turtle King making a nice play. Snowball back in on the 2, as well as the stun. Aurora's used a buyback for this, and I think he's just going to drop a couple more right clicks. No, Bulljax doesn't want to go too much further. They lose the Grimstroke. They lose Toss. Beast Unit gets the TP away. And it's not too big of a loss. They had to use our 1 buyback, actually. They didn't lose a roar there.
Some nice discipline there from Ricky, not buying back there. Like, I don't really know if his buyback actually would have done anything. So if he dies, then the game's over. So they give up the racks. They buy back on 1 hero, and they get 2 return kills. You know, not like the... Definitely not ideal losing racks, but didn't lose any cores, which...
It's because the Aegis, I guess.
Well, the Radiant didn't lose any cores either.
Yeah.
I don't think... Maybe Tint died at the beginning. I didn't check.
No, he didn't. He was good.
No.
Because you get to go out of damage from back to
cores, so like... Could have been a lot worse. But now there's a BKB on this Night Stalker, so I guess he had it in that last fight. So the supports game have not gotten easier.
Kind of impossible almost.
They bought back on Aurora, and Turtle King was the one that bought back.
Yeah, I mean, you can look at Turtle King's net worth too. It's not exactly a great story, or his items anyways. At least Aurora's got, oh god, he was going Ghost Scepter, but he swapped over into a medallion.
Medallion, okay. Feels like a weird medallion game, because, like, I mean, there's just Pugna Grimstroke, right? There's 2 heroes are getting soulbound sucked. Medallion really doesn't do anything to mitigate that. But it is some bonus armor against, you know, Lycan running at you. Can be nice, like Lycan and Night Stalker running at you, which can be nice.
Mm-hmm.
So they smoke up again here. Dire, I think they just want to rinse repeat. Is like they feel like this is their time.
This is Turtle King running through mid. Maybe they can find him. There's a nice ward from Bulljax, but he's immediately gonna go for the D ward. They get on top of him, and there is no save for that disruptor when that is your only save. It's only 60 seconds though.
That's a long time.
Yeah,
he's like a lot of their D push.
Have a silence coming up from Ricky for the mischance, but I'm not really sure that's going to be able to do too much for too long.
Oh, they have a repair kit.
Well, that does help. Lincoln stun from Nor, but he's going to get locked down immediately afterwards. He is able to walk away at least a bit from this with the halberd, but Aurora is just going to get focused up by Jack's attack with that BKB, and again, easy kills. Kawiz going to go down as well. I think Tint to follow. Just Jack's attack going ham. He is just untouched right now. Nothing can stop him. They might even get a die back from Aurora. Jack's attack over into the trees. Nor's gonna get a little low. Can he die? Yes, he does. Jack's attack is just making all of the plays in this fight. Maybe they find Beast Unit. They don't have the duel, but it doesn't matter. They still get the kill, and it's a pretty big one. 3 buybacks spent, though.
Yeah, probably not worth it still for the Radiant. Bought back on Ricky and Legion. DK only core not buying back there, so this Ricky, you know, it's awkward. Like, it feels like Dire might be forcing it too hard this game, right? Kind of similar to last game. But contrary to the last game, what's Radiant's win condition this time, right? They have a Ricky carry and a DK mid. So it's not like the Dire is going to get outscaled by any means this time around. So them brute forcing it like this, overextensions don't mean quite as much. Like, As we now, I mean, net worth lead. They cut into the net worth lead a little bit. I think we're just gonna see Dire just gonna rinse repeat here. Probably once Lycan has AC, about 200 gold from that. And they're just probably just gonna smoke at them bottom. If they have one, they might be out. They smoked a lot this game. Might be out of smokes. I'm not sure. Can I check? I don't know if I can check.
I don't think you can. I'm trying to see. Yeah, there's none as far as I can see, and usually they're pretty good about buying them too.
That, or we're just gonna
Jack
see.
Radiant's got one.
We might just see contest for Roche.
Oh,
As
that's a
that
BKB
respawns.
on Nexus or Nor now. So at least that is there.
Yeah, I mean, at least, you know, one hero is kind of invulnerable now, right? They don't really have. Their only answer for the Dragon Knight was the magic verse from the Pugna Grimstroke. So, BKB offers invincibility to all of that.
Top lane Tint might just be dead right now.
Yeah. Oh, they missed!
No, Jack's attack misses the eggs. No, oh, the shards! How does that even work? He was on the side.
He blinked a little bit short.
Unfortunate.
That pick would have guaranteed Roche. They still might get it though, as we can see it has respawned.
They do have vision on it, but I don't know if they can just run it outright. It's gonna fall pretty quickly.
I mean, it feels really hard because you don't have buyback on your cores, but you feel like you have to contest it or you lose the game.
I mean,
it's
they need
kind
to
of
get
like the
vision
worst.
on it right now.
It's one of the worst positions to be in Dota. And it looks like they're just going to opt to give it up and defend high ground. So looking at buyback status, the only hero on Dire that has a buyback is the DK, but he is short of gold because he bought out the BKB. So things looking pretty bleak on that front.
Well, Legion going BKB as well, but still really far away. And same thing, Ricky does have the BKB now. Looking at a Manta. I mean, at least you have that too. The Ricky BKB feels pretty big.
It does and it doesn't, because you know Ricky, you can still get soulbound through BKB.
True.
So, and if you get soulbound as Ricky, you're just a creep. You can't use any of your spells. You can use Q, I guess, but you just have to sit there and right click or just chill, which is like one of the worst feelings, especially if you're BKB'd. So that'll be something to keep an eye out for. As I'm not really. I mean, Grimstroke's got Force. Does he have that? He's not 15 either, so he's very low cast range on the Soulbind. So it's a little tough to prioritize who you get. But if Ricky jumps in and he just presses the Soulbind on him, and it latches to somebody, then the fight's really hard for the Ricky. As they're gonna just walk up here.
Yeah, and immediately go on to Tint, who is supposed to be tanky, but he's just getting blown up.
He's dead. No buyback.
He's just gone. They get a Maledict over onto Jack's attack, but do they actually have the damage? He's actually going to have to pop the BKB to survive. Pops the cheese as well. Bulljack's getting focused over in the trees. Kawiz has to pop BKB and just walk away. He can't actually find anything with this BKB. He can't play aggressive. Over onto the DK again. His BKB's down. Beast unit's able to get the magic damage out, and that fight just goes way too long for the BKBs to even matter. And I think Turtle King's just going to die after here, too. Jack's attack knows the strength, knows he can just keep going into the snowball. They all go. Kawiz is going to get dove underneath the tier 4s, but they don't want to go too far. They'll instead focus over onto Turtle King. Heal coming out from Beast Unit onto Bulljax. Kawiz going to get slowed up. There's the buybacks popped out from Turtle King. They got a repair unit for the Rex, but again, I don't think this is preventing too much. This is just such a strong pushing lineup, too.
That was their last repair kit as well, so this last set of racks will be under dire duress.
I don't really think there's too much they can do here to prevent this. Oh, no, they just have the one more. And And down goes the last tier four. Bulljack's jumping forward, does get silenced up. Maybe you find a kill on the Bulljax, which could be huge, but no, he gets the 4-staff away. Now Kawiz maybe have rotated just a bit too far. Kawiz has to pop the BKB. You get the Aegis off of the Lycan, focusing over on the Beast unit. Silenced just a bit late. Out comes the Maledict, but he just immediately gets stunned up. Cannot get the kill on the Jax attack. Looking for the duel on Tints. Back into the snowball. The save is there on the Jax attack himself. Kawiz has to pop into the tricks of the trade, but gets soulbound and he can't do anything. He just gets exploded by Beast unit with the Dagon. Stunned up on Tint, trying to walk up to the high ground, but not going to be in time. Disruption saves him for just a little bit. Goes for the duel, loses it. Beast unit gets the damage. And that will be the end. As GG called by Wierdhead, we go to a game 3. Pugna had more duel damage than the Legion at the end of the game.
Yeah, that Pugna pick really, I kind of questioned it with the picking it in the Shadow Demon, but they had a plan for how they wanted to play. Counters the Legion commander. They have the secondary save with the snowball as well. So nice, well-rounded draft here from MoonLight. So they managed to bring it. Are these 3-game series?
They should be. Yeah.
Or is it group stage BO2s? Okay, I got invited to a lobby. I'm assuming it's another game.
Yeah, they're all BO3s. League of Lads is weird like that.
I mean, that game just felt impossible for the Legion, right? The second there's a 5-man unit, they got one fight where they got the duel on the Pugna, but Bulljax was immediately there for the snowball save. So it was they never really had the chance to kill the Pugna in a fight, as the 5-man death ball was a little bit too strong this time around.
All right, we are going to take a bit of a break, and we'll be into game 3. But yeah, I'll be right back. I'm going to go okay for a bit. All right, we're still waiting on Stormcode to jump in. It's always bad. I hate doing that.
Radiant team, ban. Dire team, ban. Radiant team, ban. Ten seconds remaining. Dire team, ban. Radiant team, ban.
Okay. We're back into it. I think you might still be FK, but...
I'm here.
Oh, were you just here the whole time? I was just looking at memes, dude.
I got it. I went to the bathroom.
Oh.
Chilling.
How's it feel that your Cleveland Cavaliers aren't going to... Wait, are they going to playoffs? They're knocked out, right?
Fucking no, they're not going to the playoffs.
Well, not playoffs, but the play-in.
They're actually, no, they don't play at all.
That's right. Like
They were
basically
like,
everybody
I think
the
they
East
were
gets
in second
eliminated.
last place in the East or something
Yeah.
like that.
Dire team, ban.
It's okay. Timberwolves got eliminated too. It's alright.
Yeah. It's rough out there.
It's a
Alright.
rough life, dude. They
We're
forgot
in.
to mark the win. Of course they did game 1, but it is 1-1, so.
Yeah, whatever. So the NS gets banned this time heavily. That hero won both games it played.
Dude, I'm
Not gonna
glad
be
we
in
see
this
something
time.
different. I don't know. Night Stalker is just like, I hate playing against it and I hate playing as it. So I'm always glad to see it
Yeah.
gone.
It was just bizarre, you know, that hero is notorious for having terrible laning stages and not being able to translate that, like whatever he can get out of lane into mid-game fights. But both these games, we saw Night Stalker somehow just get a completely free lane, more or less. So, not gonna have it, thank God. Love seeing new stuff. But Coddle first picked again, and we see the Ember Deny pick once again. The Ember was what slipped through this time, so they opted to ban not Void Spirit, the Night Stalker instead of the Ember that they had banned in game 2, and the Grimstroke is there as well. So looking pretty familiar right now on the MoonLight side.
Wasn't this the same opening as game 1? Like, are we just back
Yeah.
in time
Exactly.
right now?
Seconds remaining.
I
What
think
year is it?
it was exactly the same, actually.
5 seconds remaining.
So, what year is it? Yeah,
What
man.
year is it, dude?
This meta is insane sometimes.
We don't see the Witch Doctor ban though. We also see the TB ban again and Invoker. So
One thing I would like to see from Wierdhead is I would like to see them have a 4 that can do stuff on the map. All right, never mind. They just fucking picked Jakiro again.
Dude, you literally just said in the chat too. Damn.
Who needs initiation? Am I right? Supports can just sit
Do it
behind
with
your
your
cores all
offlaner,
game.
dude. That's always the fix. Do it with your
I mean, it
offlaner.
worked in game 1, I guess. They just sat behind their Terrorblade until they got ran at. They don't have a Terrorblade this game though. So memes aside, I think you need to address the Kato Jakiro. So Kato Jakiro, both all magic, right?
Yep.
So heroes like Jug, Lifestealer, that have freedom in fights due to their kits, really powerful.
You could even argue for an Ursa here potentially. I just don't think Lifestealer's in the best spot right now. Same thing with Jug, but
I think they're both. I think Lifestealer is super underrated. But you can't pick it here. Obviously, you can 22 pick one of them. Maybe if you want to play for that.
What do you reveal here then? Because it feels like you have to kind of show where Ember's going.
Pick a 4. No, you can just pick your 4 here. Depending, or you could put the Grimstroke as a 5. Yeah, they just pick the Tuscan. That's fine. Doesn't reveal anything. But Coddle and Tusk are probably 2 of the top 5 heroes I would say I want to play against Tusk. So maybe not the greatest of Tusk games already.
Yeah, I mean, at least he can hit Coddle pretty hard. You can maybe blow him up before he gets anything off. But
I mean, can you hit him? You're just gonna get blinded.
wait, if you
So
if
you
you're
cannot
smoked
miss
when you smoke snowball, the snowball still reveals you, right? Like
if you what?
if you're smoked while you snowball and you're still invisible while you hit snowball into somebody, can they see the snowball coming? Like
Yeah,
you can always see snowball, right? Except for when you can't, when it's just like glitches out. But
all right, so they go for the Coddle Bristleback. One of the 2 synergies that we have discussed. Also pretty nice against Tusk once you have a couple of levels, because Tusk's damage doesn't scale, right? Like your damage is very static. And immediately go Legion.
again.
All right, so the
other side, it seems like MoonLight is really into just picking whatever Wierdhead picked last game. Like,
I mean, Legion, you know, they can just go if they want to. They can go for the Pugna again, but you're going to be laning against an Ember, which is I don't really know how that lane goes, but I would assume that Ember just gives catch. It's long range catch for the Pugna, which can be really hard. But the Legion's also really nice against Bristle, right? It's just straight up 1-to-1 counter. You duel him, you burst him from the front. Like, dude, case in point.
Mm-hmm. The only save they have right now is a Coddle Blinding Light and the Jakiro stun. But...
Right, so they just go for the lane counter. I really like this. Troll. Very, very hard to play Legion in lane into Troll and Tusk. Probably gonna have a Coddle behind him, so you can axes the Legion and just hit him. You get mana, you axes again. Lane's kind of like it's pretty impossible for Legion to walk up at all into Troll.
5 seconds remaining.
On top of the blind, if they ever do get on top of him, right? It's pretty hard. They are even more so than once again, they don't have any catch on Radiant. Like Coddle Jakiro offer, you know, some forms of CC, but nothing reliable.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they could fix that with their last pick. Like, I don't know what you go to fix that. Maybe a Puck, but
well, so far we've seen Puck last phase picked every single game so far. We'll see if that continues.
Banned or picked?
Oh, banned. Yeah,
banned.
The last phase banned every single game so far. A lot of the heroes that give you natural setup aren't really great. Void Spirit's banned. Storm is pretty hard this game, right? Very hard Storm game. And Legion Grim Ember, lots of catch for you. But you need some sort of jump hero. on Radiant. So the question is, what does Nor play that is a jump hero? DK is in the pool again. If you want to go that route, they ban OD on MoonLight. Very strange ban.
I guess it's the hard Legion counter, maybe. Again, or like a Tusk counter too, potentially.
And like it's like I guess it's a Legion counter, but that I feel like the heroes are widely regarded in Dota as being one of the worst heroes right now. Huh. It's a little weird to see it banned.
Really?
It is. It you know it is a troll counter. That's the thing. So right now this troll has a more or less a free game. It's like if they ever try to commit on the troll, he will just kill all of them, and they can't really hard commit onto him. So they banned the Timber. So maybe going for a Kunkka here would give them some semblance of catch in the mid game, which they are kind of lacking, as well as another team fight AoE spell in the boat to like combo with this Coddle Jakiro AoE kind of stuff they've got going on here.
5 seconds remaining.
I would be careful though. It looks like right now Radiant is extremely susceptible to like a Razor from MoonLight. If they pick something that Razor can lane into, they'd have 3 lanes. Like they're just guaranteed to have a bad lane no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
So that can be a little scary, especially because Razor's kind of like that end all be is like one of the 1-to-1 counters to Troll, where you get the link off in the fight, if you can't break it, then Troll just can't fight. All right, it's pretty simple as that.
Well, I don't know. I still think Puck is maybe the best pick for them right here. Since they don't have any catch, they have like this bulky bristle to front line for them, so they don't have too much to worry about. It also helps Troll not get kited.
Yep.
Bruh.
Money. I mean, it got banned both games. They have the Ember. They haven't revealed where the Ember is going though, so that is a big thing. So if there's a matchup that Beast Unit wants, that like he's like, oh, this destroys Puck, then he can have it.
Quap potentially?
Like, I mean, it's actually that Puck is actually. I mean, it used to be Puck favored, but Quap's kind of so broken right now that it kind of becomes a farm trade. It's a little awkward. Like I feel like something like a Pugna could be really good again. Or you could just pick like a Jug. Something that they don't have any catch for, can spin through coil. So he can kind of just farm to his heart's content this game. And is pretty okay versus Troll in the sense that, you know, even if you run in and get blinded, you Omni Slash, it gets purged, so you can do all the damage to them.
Slark instead. Okay. Purge for Puck Silence if he can get it off. As well as Purge for the blinding.
They opt for the lane counter to Bristle, which is the big thing.
I think Slark likes long fights. The same thing, he doesn't really mind hitting a Bristle in the back 500 times. Like, go with it.
Yeah, the thing that it worries me a little bit is that Slark does not want to fight into Troll. It's really awkward to get into fights against that hero unless you're really ahead. Because like if you screw up, like you don't get Dark Pact right away, like you run in, you pounce him, and then you get blinded, and you don't have like the Dark Pact queued up immediately, then you just can't. You pretty much don't get any Essence stacks up off of him. But if you pounce in, you queue up the Dark Pact, you purge off the Whirling Axes, then you're just susceptible to like a Puck Silence or like a Jakiro stun or something. So it's a little awkward.
It's like if he's initiating the fight with that, it's probably not going to go well.
Yeah, I think once again it's just going to be on Jack's. I think Jack's attack, if he can come out of lane with like any decent amount of farm, then I think they're going to be in a good spot because him and Beast Unit are like the tempo set. So if both of them have decent games, then I think Dire's lineup is just better equipped to deal with this like coddle Jakiro, like just kind of like sit behind your heroes kind of strategy. Because the way that we've seen the Radiant play, at least in game 1, was that they sat their supports behind their big cores and waited for them to go, right? But Slark is like the counter to that kind of playstyle, right? Because he's okay with getting a couple hits in, backing out, re-engaging the fight.
Yeah.
You know, they don't really have like their only hard committal spell is the Legion. So when they duel, that's like the go time. But hopefully by then they've whittled down heroes. Slark has stacks. They can maybe get to the back line on Slark, right? There's a lot of the supports do not have any saves again. So this Slark jumping into the back lines, Tusk back jumping in, Ember jumping in, is all really scary for them.
Oh, they want to go for first blood on MoonLight. This is something they haven't done quite yet. They bring they bring 4 heroes here. It is shards first, which can work out. Inkswell immediately to follow up, and Quiz just accepts the fate.
Yeah, and Tusk gets first blood too, which is huge for you as a +4. Like, it lets you ferry out more regen, get early boots. And they're actually going to aggro contest this rune.
Oh, that is.
And I don't think they're here. Tint's going to walk up. I wonder if Jax just fights him here. No, not going to do it.
It does kind of feel like a game where Tint could just cut mid over and over again. Like, and then they just go offlane Puck instead.
Nah, the Puck versus Ember lanes is fine for Puck. You can always break Flame Guard, which is important. And
true.
And Puck needs levels this game.
And
like
Ember
you want early
farms.
levels of silence and coil. You want early coils so you can kill the Ember Spirit, right? But they
want to swap lanes early. But look at this! Look at this Dire Ward. Like,
yeah, they know that this lane swap's coming, so they're gonna just immediately swap back. That's a sick deep ward there to spot the rotation. And it's all set up off of them smoking for that first blood, right?
Yeah.
So nice
Hell of a play by
awareness
MoonLight. Like,
and this gives a lot. This gives Bulljax. He's just sitting up here. You know, he gets boots off of these waves. Like, he's got Oov boots now because of the first blood and the space from the wave. So this Tusk is going to be very happy with everything that's happened here. As now they spot Nexus, and I think, I guess he's at Shards level 1. And he's gonna, on top of that, he's gonna get an early level 2 because he got solo XP for the first half of the wave.
Yeah, they could honestly just go on Bristle right now if he throws out the shards and Nexus wants to focus it. Like, that's a lot of stacks early. They might even be able to kill him, honestly.
And they've got
he's gonna get really low, but yeah, Nexus, yeah, it's up to 4. Same thing for Bulljax. They could have just
waited. I feel like they forced it a little hard. They just got tag team. Like, if they had tag team there, he's dead. So bottom is going to be the place to look because that's the counter pick lane. So Legion, they blind picked the Legion and they answered with Troll. So if Legion has a good time, that's really advantageous for the Dire. So I mean, so far,
Wierdhead needs to win this lane.
Right. Wierdhead needs to win this lane. If Kawhias needs to have a good game for them to, I think, to have any chance in this one. So we'll have to see if they're able to get that. But
mid 2, it looks pretty even to start like the first couple of waves. 11-1, 10-0.
This lane's fairly Puck favorite early, and he gets the salve cancel too on Nor. Nice job. It can be a little weird at this point where he's like used all of his nukes, so he's like kind of low on mana. But you can just kind of right click it. Oh, he misses the silence actually. That's pretty bad.
Yeah, unfortunate.
He
Tint loses a
slight
courier
dodge
as
it.
well. In top lane, maybe they want to dive Voljax. He's got a lot
the
of
early
stacks on him, as well as the early goose. Snowball back in. Tint might just be able to get first blood here. He's a bit caught underneath the tower, as well as the blinding light, making sure Nexus can't get the return.
That's the power of the Coddle Bristle, is that you can go this goo level 2 and just run at the enemies. Right, because you just have infinite mana due to the chakra. It looks like every lane's kind of just a farm trade right now. Jack's attack doing a nice job bottom though, so Legion's getting a lot out of the lane. As we can see, Turtle King gets most of the pull off, and Stormcloud not able to drag it back. So
Able to do too much.
And
Taking a
Stormcloud might
lot
be
of
in
harass too.
Kawhi's running here? No.
Yeah, I
Kawhi's
think he just
popping
pops
the
things swell too, and he'd be fine. But
Well, if Kawhi had just rotated earlier, they get the axe slow, he's just dead. But that doesn't happen, so. I looked like Kawhi wanted to hold the wave under tower, so they didn't get the wave reset.
oh, I like this play too.
But they did not do that. So now they have a double. They have a double wave coming in here.
Oh, Aurora just missed the stack. I'm sorry, I got that on camera, Aurora.
Rip.
That's definitely a rip. Has the shards here. If Bulljax wants to go for it, does get him caught in, but he's behind a tree. What an awkward moment.
Interesting. Okay. Well, it's a free.
Unfortunate.
Free lanes for the Bristleback. So this Slark Tusk matchup is extremely favored for Slark early when you don't have early levels, when you don't have more levels of Quill Spray. But now we can see Nexus
Yeah,
is just getting
Tin is just
ran.
running at him. Bulljax is taking a lot of damage too. Does pop the snowball up to save himself for now, but Tin could maybe turn it now.
Now that
off.
Bristle has levels, it gets harder for Slark to stay in lane until he's 6. And bottom,
Yeah, he just keeps
Stormcode
running on, too.
appears to be dead. Kawhi's rotated
Yep.
this time.
There is the slow you were talking about, and yeah.
So he's having a great game. Has a kill to his name. 21 CS, 10 denies, but Jax,
Legion at
I mean,
21 too.
has good CS, but and a little behind on the levels because looks like Grim's been soaking. I guess I don't know.
Oh, Bulljax and Beast Unit finally do get a dive there. Kill on Aurora.
It's like Beast Unit went for the aggro bounty rune, and just the Tusk was kind of just waiting.
And again,
Tin
that
needs
deep
to
ward
be
does it.
I guess Nexus is extremely low. Never mind. Tin's fine.
I think this is a bottle.
Has a soul
save.
ring already
Yep.
too, so like kind of he has a great game. I'd be a little bit worried about this landing start if I was the Dire.
I like
Seems
that
like
play
all the
from
lanes are
Aurora.
going pretty in favor of them, and this Puck has a great start too, so he can look to rotate with any rune and get a kill.
Oh,
with
top
Court,
lane we
that's
get a
good.
pounce over on the Tint, but I don't know if they can get this. This still seems like so much. Nexus is taking so much
Oh, he
damage
dodged
as
the
well.
blind.
Blinding Light does miss, but Nexus might still die. One right click gets the kill, but at least you killed off Tint. Got that
was-
permanent agi
that was
too.
6 snowball.
Well timed there again. Bulljax just kind of showing off and styling on the Tusk this series.
Turtle King.
Stroke of
might
Fate
be
does miss,
dead.
but one more right click from Jack's attack finds him the kill. Return there for Kawiz. And I think Jack's attack might be next. He just needs to back. There is going to be a slow, but I don't think he wants to use it. Jack's attack can just purge it off.
Yeah, doesn't seem like it's worth committing, but I mean, we can see Troll, pretty much free farm, right? 33 CS.
Oh my gosh, Tint
Level-
just does
level
not
6.
give a fuck. He just keeps running at these supports too. Might get a little bit punished here by Nexus, but the shards just miss.
A little off the marker.
He
don't
actually
think they
still
get-
got stuck there, but
I don't think they
pushes
get
him
the kill
out.
regardless. That kill on Tint's actually like them getting the experience. Oh, bottom.
Oh yeah,
Oh, no.
we
Oh,
mid.
kill.
We lose Ember. That's a DD on Nor. Top lane too. They want to go on Nexus. He's gotten up to 5 stacks from the Bristleback. Jax might just get dove here too. Bulljax doesn't have the snowball. Has shards in a bit, but he just jukes him out. I don't think
that
Tint wanted to
kill-
dive either.
the Nexus getting the XP for the Bristle kill was really big because he got level 6 off of it. So now he can just kind of sit up here and just trade regen, and eventually he'll come out on top. But Beast Unit just says, fuck it, we're just going to kill up here.
Yeah.
So he just runs in.
Jumping in with the Spirit. Doesn't have the chains yet, though. Tins is just able to escape over. Grimstroke does fall bottom. Bulljack's going to drop as well to the stacks. They lose 2 top, but I mean, you kill Bristleback. Bottom, it looks like they lost Grimstroke. Getting kind of a similar scenario.
Nice rotation from Ember, at least, and it's another kill on the Bristle. So once Nexus has items, this lane gets really hard to shove him out of. They don't really have a hero that naturally deals with Slark, right? There was Elastic Slark. I would hope they don't have great ways. Their best bet is to bring Puck top and coil him, and then maybe they kill him. But right now, the Slark's kind of just in line for not a free game, but the potential to just free farm for the next like 5 to 10 minutes. As I say that, he is getting sprinted at.
I mean, this is just the combo, dude. Like, oh my god. That is just straight cancer. It feels like he just needs to go to the jungle, to be honest, but...
It feels really awkward going to the jungle on Slark here, because you're laning against Bristleback, so you, in theory, can lane here. Especially now, like, the lane's going to shove in, so you can get all of this farm under tower, because you're not really under kill threat.
I think Tint's still just gonna run at you though, no matter what. And you see how much damage he's already taken here. Like,
but like it's awkward. Like you can see, Tint can't really dive. So now Nexus is under the tower. He's just gonna. I guess he doesn't get the CS. So Tint's doing a nice job pressuring still.
Mid lane, there is a big rotation. Jack's attack able to purge off at least some of it. Does pop the coil. Bulljack's running in, doesn't get the snowball quite yet, but Noor with the haste rune wants to try to chase. They find the duel. This time over on the Turtle King, gets the kill. Silence in. They bring down Bulljack's. Nice kill there from Noor. Beast Unit wants to keep diving for Aurora. Maybe he can find the kill with the Sleight of Fist, which he does. They lose Tint top as well. Got a little bit too aggressive, although no, Slark died. So I think, hold on.
Slark got the XP.
Slark gets the kill, but then dies. What did he die to after?
Pretty sure Tint was under the tower. Yeah, Taunt was under the tower.
Well, no, Slark gets the kill first.
Yeah,
so he must have just died to a bristle stack?
Oh. Maybe they just kill each other.
Like, was it just a timing thing?
That's a thing. Maybe he died to creeps. I wasn't really paying attention.
They are just going to go top yet again.
So now this is weird for Nexus. Because now it's Cardi Wave time, and you TP'd to your safe lane. I think most carry players in the situation would TP bottom with rotations and punish the troll because he's just sitting down.
Yeah,
there. You know,
that's what the rest of their
team
is doing, though. Like, you see them going bottom.
Well, but like Slark's like, well, he can't be top.
Yeah.
So you should contribute to get it, like, because you're not for sure gonna get this tower right now. As they're looking for the troll, but
I think they're waiting until the lane comes in, but it's a little slow, and they've already lost their catapult.
Well, he saw the shard, so he's gonna
TP out.
So nice map awareness there.
Do get some vision down here. There's also just 3 kind of awkward wards mid for MoonLight.
I was gonna note that.
It's a lot of overlap right there. Kind of a little bit of a what is that?
They can see the mid lane though. They've got vision of it.
Yeah. They know where everyone is if they are in this area.
What the heck's happening? So they TP'd Tint bottom, so he can just benefit of Bristle.
Nexus wants to run at Turtle King. He's got the leap to cancel the TP. Does go down. Turtle King trying to just run away. Might just be able to juke around the trees. It's the stun again. But he doesn't have the TP. Does have 1 tango to get out of here.
Dude,
and he's gone.
Ankle broken. That's pretty powerful. They scanned too. Oh no.
He's still trying to find this, and I don't think it's gonna happen. You get the slow into Turtle King, but yeah, it's a bit too late for this one. Shards does connect, but
So all of these, you know, all these rotations around the map, all of them have been in favor of the Radiant. You know, you can look at the net worth. Top 2 belonging. Troll has just been farming this whole time. Puck's also been farming. Puck hasn't really rotated.
Quiz.
Right? He's just been chilling. And top lane now, Troll.
He's just, yeah, I think he's just pushing the Slurk out.
This is just classic. Like, Nexus, this is the most dangerous part of the map for Nexus now. Like, Troll is free to farm up here, and he can't really contest Troll, so he should just go bottom, where he can farm for free.
It does seem like that's an error a lot of carries make, is that they stay top, or they stay in their safe lane a bit too long, and then they realize, oh wait, this is actually the lane where I die the most, like, past 10 minutes, right? Like, you want to be farming in your triangle or in your hard lane past 10 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's just awkward because they don't have a natural way to take a tower. Towers on Dire compared to last game. So anywhere they force...
Blink forward as well as the coil popped onto 2. Jumping forward is Beast Unit, but there's a nice cuddle coming out from Aurora. They get the stun coming in from Jack's attack. He's going to get the dual win as well. He's already got more than the Legion last game. Can they find Noor? I don't think so. He's got the orb away as well as a nice shards there, but it separates him from the rest of the team. They just have to back off. Bulljax is going to go down. It's a 1-for-1 for now, but I think Jack's attack might be next. No, they get the kill onto the Puck. Beast Unit with the hell of a play. Spirit to the low ground, and he's going to be just fine. Jack's attack has a TP, needs to go for the TP out. Is there a stun? It is up, and it doesn't come in time, though. Just a millisecond too late. That was butt clenching for sure if you're Jack's attack.
That was the clench. So, I mean, Beast Unit doing his best. You know, he's breaching the back lines, creating chaos for these fights. But they don't have the damage to get through these beefy frontliners right now. Troll and Bristleback kind of just go
TP in from
untouched in that
Bulljax.
fight.
Is this the target though? Tint doesn't feel like the one they want to go on.
He's got Phase Vanguard. He is not killable currently. But
Nexus bottom.
Nexus was not in that fight, correct. So he ported bottom, you know, his team's fighting without him. He's gonna take this bot tower. So it's a lot of space for him. Whereas Troll, he was fighting in that time.
Oh, Stormcode, don't go too far. Don't go too far. Stormcode might lose the courier, but Stormcode does get away. Blink forward from Nor. They want to kill off this courier so bad, and they do get it.
Dude, Stormcode is level 5. Oh,
I think Nexus is going to take this tower pretty much free.
yeah, finally.
Feels nice.
But just look at the net worth discrepancy. To how much farm he probably.
Turtle King might just drop here. We have a little bit of a fight starting. Macropyre goes out looking for the duel on a Turtle King. Needs to get it off soon though. It is going to be the double duel still going on afterwards. They're going to find Jack's attack immediately. Tint gets a lot of damage out. Coil on the backside too. They've lost 2. Beast Unit might be next as well. Tint gets the focus, but the Spirit out does buy some space. He had one in the jungle. They do pop the scan even, but they're not going to find him. It is a 2-for-1.
Yeah,
nice play there from Nor.
You can just feel, like, if you're playing this, Radiant feels like they are way stronger, right? Rightfully so, right? Slark has, due to all those time tops, Slark doesn't have any farm. He doesn't have Diffusal Blade yet. Compared to Troll, Troll's got a full Battle Fury. You're like, right now, you're like,
oh,
man,
is he going to get netted again? Yes, he does, and the silence.
That's rough.
What a play. I mean, Kawiz kind of got lucky there.
Oh, yeah, 100%. But got the first hit net, I'm pretty sure. That's
yeah.
It's pretty unfortunate there for Beast Unit. But it's just so hard. Like, they don't have... Whereas, like, last game, it felt like Wierdhead didn't have
bottom.
the damage.
Can they find the Slark? This is going to be such a big kill if they get it. He does pop the ult after the silence. He doesn't have the TP though. He immediately, what a play. He timed that perfectly. Goes for the TP out and there is no stun. Coddle ult misses. Again, somebody's just barely TPing out in time.
Man, that was so much space. They're going to pressure this mid lane now?
Again, I don't think they can kill Tint though. This guy just feels...
like, never mind.
He might just kill Jack's attack. And well, he can heal. He can heal off
needs
this.
to be
Maybe
really
they turn
careful
this
here.
to
Yep.
Inkswell as well. This is the counter. They do get a nice Jakiro stun onto 2, but where's the follow-up? They don't have the coil. All that space created bottom to try and kill the Slark. They don't have Cuddle out as well. Chasing Nor over into the trees. I don't think they can find him though. Jack's attack running forward with the duel. He finds the courier instead. Up to 40 duel damage on the Legion.
Yeah, it looks like Tint may have forgotten that duel is very scary for his hero. Gets dueled with 3 heroes with tag team and Inkswell on top of him. He's probably going down, despite how tanky he might feel. So nice little series of events there. They bring down one of the big cores, but Troll this entire time he's hitting creeps. He's got Battle Fury. He's gonna have SNY here in the next minute or so.
What does the gold thing mean? Do you know? Like on the top banner, is that a kill streak one or is that just like a GPM one? Because it's a different effect, right?
That's a really good question.
I don't know if it means something different. It's usually kill streak, but maybe it's just like an upgraded version of the kill streak in the battle pass.
Probably a kill streak. Troll's 5-0, so
5-0, yeah.
Well, he's 5-0 since he died at the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
But... all right, he's gonna ping out the ward here from Slark. Not carrying any sentries with him.
I think they saw this smoke because there is a dire ward here aggressively. They might have caught some of it. But still, they're rotating over into the triangle, and they have a ward on the high ground. Nor has the beautiful coil here. It misses the Ember, though. They get both supports at the very least, so they are going to find both of these kills. Snowball's safe for now on Bulljax, but he's almost certainly dead afterwards. Maybe Puck's going to die. They do lose Nor. In comes the Coddle. They don't want to hit it quite yet. Slark gets the leap away, as well as having the ult. He can just walk. Jack's attack has no duel. Looks like they tried to use it on Tint, but couldn't quite get the kill. Now Beast Unit, without any spirits, is just caught out, and he has no save either. Beast Unit caught with the pants down. I think that was just because they committed the duel. They wanted to bring down Tint, but they just didn't have the burst.
Yeah, that's one of the big problems, is like this. It feels like their only way to kill a hero is duel. So they duel the Puck. That's cool, you killed the Puck, but now there's a Troll and a Bristleback running at you. What's your answer to them? Answer is you don't really have one. And Slark, Slark is maybe an answer to like the Bristleback eventually, but he's just so behind still. Like he's 5,000 net worth behind Troll.
Oh, Aurora might die here if he gets caught. This is a smoke. Jack's attack with the blink forward. Yeah, this is very much more dual damage. Might as well give the stack to
They get the stack as well, so not the hero they wanted for sure. And that they see the smoke bottom, they're gonna walk into Roche, one of the glories of Tusk, or not Tusk, of Troll.
Yeah,
so you
really
can
quick
do that.
one, and there is no response. Maybe you find Turtle King, though. There's a very nice shards, pops the Macropyre as well as the coil onto 2. Again, it's the supports getting caught out, and even Jack's attack got caught. Beast Unit does get silenced up. Can he get the spirit out? The stun came through Inkswell as well. The stun hits from Turtle King. He does have another spirit, but he's going to get silenced again by Nor.
Oof.
And that's just a dual play there. Turtle King with the stun and Nor hitting the silence on time, going for the TP in the pit. Bulljax does get out.
That's what feels weird. You see the enemy Troll, free farm Troll, get an Aegis, has a DD. You're like, you know what? We can fight. Go for it. And they lose their Ember.
I think the plan was, hey, if I catch out this Jakiro, he's going to be on the other side of shards and they can't save him. But unfortunately, Troll's also on the same side, so...
Yeah, it really...
Puck doesn't care.
It feels like Dire's searching for Radiant to be out of position. They've done a nice job so far of not giving Legion like that dual initiation that she's dreaming of, maybe with the exception to that one duel on the Bristle, but outside of that, all of the duels have been reactionary. Radiant's they're staying on the aggressive. And man, this Troll is just massive. He's gonna have a Basher soon. Just finished SNY, has an Aegis to boot.
Oh, in the playground we go. I was gonna ask you before the game started whether the odds we get a pause this game, but I feel like they were near like 90%. So
It's unfortunate. We almost had it.
almost. Well, we don't know that. We could be here for another hour.
That's true. This feels like a really hard game for the Radiant to lose right now. I mean, what's the win probability? Win probability is 95% for Radiant. The Slark pick just never, they picked Slark to counter the Bristleback, right? That was like, he's like, all right, we're going to give Nexus a good lane. And he did not have a good lane at a really rough time. And he didn't get a whole, like, maybe he had space to recover if he goes bottom a lot sooner, but he wasted a lot of time top. Finally, TP's bottom, but by that point, the troll is 2,000 net worth ahead of him and gets his Battle Fury at the same time that Nexus gets Diffusal Blade. At that point, as troll, you're like, yeah, I can just win this game. Like, troll can just 1v5 at a certain point in this game. But he doesn't have to. Like, he's got a Bristle and Puck, both top of the net worth too, right? They're both ahead of Slark as well, so it's rough.
Well, as we jump back in, I mean, Legion's Jax attacks 4-0-4. It's something. Like, that's still how you said Legion Jax attack had to take off, and he's doing his best, but I don't know if it's gonna be enough.
He's trying to put the team on his back, but he's got a ways to go. Cause they're gonna smoke.
I mean, they could maybe catch a puck out here.
They're gonna smoke with 3 heroes.
And they're running the wrong direction.
You look at you can see you can look at the map. They drew a giant X on the map on where they cannot go. And our Jax Stack shows mid.
Yeah, I think they just know.
But
they're not
I think
find...
Radiant's completely content giving away this tier 1 in exchange for a tier 2. And you're chilling. Maybe you're not okay giving up both of them, but they're probably just saying we can just go high ground. They've got Solar Crust on Bristle. They can just put it on the troll. He can just hit the tier 3.
High ground we go. They have the Coddle ult up. Everything is ready.
High ground they go. And they can just sit behind troll with the Solar Crest. Or they can just say, hey, we forced 4 heroes back.
Yeah.
No need to get antsy. We've got the late game advantage.
So, is this an illusion? What is this? Yeah. It's like it's
and
weird.
well, and now that I mean it's pretty textbook. They forced 4 heroes back. They are sitting in their base. And
well,
you're
Slark
like,
did not come back though. He took that tier 1 tower top.
I mean that's something, right? That's 1 hero farming versus everybody on Radiant. So the trade's still in favor of Radiant for sure. And now now you don't have TPs up on Dire. So now you're like, man, I really wish I could go push out these side lanes aggressively because we see everybody running top. You're like, I can't. I don't have a TP. So now you're stuck.
Tint is just walking into the jungle with a DD as well. Like, no fear.
No fear, Shakespeare.
I don't know. It feels like they want to be aggressive with the Legion, but they're just like they're not finding picks at all.
It's just the Radiant's doing a nice job of recognizing what the Dire wants to do, right? They have Aegis Troll. He's like, all right, you can shove the dangerous lane. It's hard for even if they kill you once, you still have you can still just get your ulti off, right? For the next fight. And we're just gonna play as 4, so they can never get the dual initiation. And if they do, then it's really forced, right? Like it's this Legion hero once again does not play well from behind. When you're ahead, you can 5-man towers down, and that's like Legion's worst nightmare. As we can see right now, he's like, well, there's 5 heroes. I can't really duel anybody.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, until you get like that 200 duel damage, there's just nothing.
Yeah, and we are definitely not near that point for sure. We're kind of just waiting the Aegis out, it would appear. It actually just despawned. So if I don't know if Dyer's been timing it, but this could be the time that they smoke and maybe try to find a fight now that Aegis is gone. But
do you think S and Y is the right item here for Nexus?
I mean, I don't really know what his item is, if I'm being completely honest.
I mean, maybe a BKB, but
like, I think his goal this game is to get to the point where he can just sit in fights and just build stacks. So S and Y is like the first item to enable that.
Blink in duel onto the Coddle immediately. I don't think he actually has the damage or the right clicks for this, though. It's just him, but Jack's attack does find the kill. 5-0-4. Can he get away with his life, though? Rotating over his Kawiz as well as Nor. Doesn't want to pop the coil just for one. I think they're going to give him the kill without any kind of punishment. TPing bottom on Nor, does go for the silence, has the coil up if he wants to use it, but I think he's saving it for a TP just in case. He does pop the Yules, immediately purge, does use the coil finally. He's able to pop the ult, purge off the stun, leap to the low ground. They want to keep chasing. Blink forward from Nor, staying on top of him. They've used their stuns. He can go for the TP. He's got a Yules in 8, but they don't have anything.
Nice. That's a lot of space.
Again, there was just perfect use of the Dark Pack, too, from Nexus. Like, every single stun got purged pretty much instantly.
Yeah, I mean, Slurk versus Puck, you know, you're like, in theory, you're like, oh, I could coil him. But in actuality, as long as you Dark Packed before you break the coil, right, you're almost always going to get out. So nice awareness there from him. He continues to just not join fights, you know. When you're behind, the worst thing you can do is your whole team getting stuck in base. So he's just staying out on the map.
Oh, again, was that a dual attempt that maybe they didn't want on a tint?
That was a little awkward. But, I mean, they're not dragging the net worth completely back, but they're not giving Radiant, like, and that's part of Radiant's, like, issue with, right? Is, like, they don't have any catch. Like, how do they start a fight?
Just walking high ground onto Turtle King. Might get stunned up here. Could just turn it on to Turtle King, potentially. In comes the TP from Bulljax. Nexus is a bit cut out. Doesn't have the Dark Pack for just a bit. Is able to pop the ult, too. Is going to have to use it. Taking a lot of damage on the backside, too. The Grimstroke ult, as well as the duel on the both supports. They're going to get 2 duel wins right now. Right. There's the combo you want to see. My goodness. Okay.
Okay, so my question to you, Mr. Karate, is how does Radiant start a fight without Puck?
You hit a 4-man Jakiro Ice Path. That's about it.
I guess. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure they saw Puck on this ward bottom, and they're just like, oh, go fight. Like, they control the outpost up there. They have all 5 heroes. You get the initiation to jump on both the supports. Like, that was pretty much, it was just perfect. And you can see that Dyer is just abusing the lack of reliable catch on the Radiant. Yeah, you have this Puck, but the Puck can't catch the Slark, right? We've seen that multiple times. That Slark just Dark Packs out of the coil stun. And they're slowly but surely bringing the net worth lead.
Dude, Jack's attack just went to like the freaking local Wendy's or some shit. Got the 2-for-1 combo right there. I didn't know you could do that. Like,
yeah, you get the double dual damage. It's pretty value. And he's getting close to BKB. So when he gets that BKB, you know, maybe they might get to the point where they can maybe all in onto the troll.
Oh, they want to go for smoke this time. Abyssal onto Nexus. Is this enough? Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, he's dead. Can't coil out of the Abyssal.
Find the Slark.
They finally, I think that was the Abyssal reveal. He literally just finished that.
Yep. It's a big kill. They do lose tier 2 bottom. It kind of just feels like Nexus is a little out of position there, not with the rest of the team completely alone.
Playing mid is the big no-no zone for Slark. Because it's, you can't really juke into anywhere, right? You're like the most exposed in the middle lane. Definitely want to be playing side lanes aggressively, as that one pick should just be high ground. Another chance to go high ground here.
Oh, he's just gonna Abyssal again too, and this time Bulljax is just gone. Always always
Bottom
underestimate that abyssal range. Like,
I mean, they're not trading for free. There is a Legion hitting
Yeah.
bottom, but they hit building so much faster.
Though. They're definitely not going to lose racks here. Maybe you can save it with the repair kit, but no, they didn't quite kill it. It almost survives. Legion still taking down bottom, is going to go for the range barracks at the very
they're
least.
calling to catch. They don't want to let them out.
Yeah,
But
but
it
I
might
think they've
just
gone
be
a bit too
yeah.
far. Legion's still not back here yet, and they just lose both supports with the coil as well. Beast unit having to pop the BKB. Buyback from the Grimstroke. Tint's already on top of the Spirit, though. Has to go back and straight back into Tint, but he can't really get the follow-up.
Okay.
Legion did not get the melee barracks bottom, and maybe this catapult can do it, though.
Are they going to TP Coddle? Yep, there's TP.
Now it's going to get saved.
If they have a smoke on Dire, this would be like the perfect opportunity. Be like, yo, they just used all of their ultimates and TP'd Coddle out. Be like, go find somebody. And you can see Jack's Tech thinking that same thing. He's like, man, I really want to catch somebody right now.
Yeah.
Jakiro. Get out of there, Jakiro.
Do have the ward there. Roche is up too.
Yeah,
Tint walking forward, being very aggressive. That might have been the target, but they're just not grouped up at all. I mean, also Cowiz is like right here, and they know Roche is up as well.
Yeah, and this troll, now that troll is starting to play with them, this abyss, like he's got this, like end all be all catch item. It just makes the game so unbelievably hard for Ember and Slark if you mess up a Dark Pact.
Dang,
they're gonna try.
Oh, Jack's attack.
He doesn't have
to go for it. Doesn't quite get a go, immediately gets abyssal, and I think he's just gonna get locked down. Has to pop off that blade mail. Maybe he can get out of this with the spider legs. Yes, he does. Beast unit on the front side. Quiz pops the ult really early. This is before the first death too. The shards keeping the puck on the other side. Coil does pop on Beast unit, but he gets the sleight of fist. Spirit away. Beast unit might just live here, but they lose the Grimstroke. Drax attack gonna be the next target, saving himself for now, but I still think he is dead. A couple of more right clicks. Down goes Jack's attack. Boljax gets the TP out just barely. Double kill for Nor. Good thing they didn't lose the troll there too, because he was getting really low. Boljax almost makes the 6th save with the shards.
I mean, that was a 6 shards if they can just completely disengage, but they got coiled. Ags coiled on the high, like before they could completely get out. Stop that entire thought process in their tracks. Nexus though, making the right play here. He's gonna cut this next wave. Courier
just found a courier there too.
And they need to kill this wave.
2 lanes of racks.
It
just
doesn't look
letting
like
it
back
sit for now. Maybe if they
can.
can find the Aegis really early, that could be the play. Kawiz could just jump in Abyssal right now though. There's the coil pop onto 2 actually. Boljack's running in, doesn't have the Soball save for now, can't actually get him inside of it. Down goes the Ember. Beast unit is dead, does have buyback, but Boljack's does not. And I think they're just going to lose racks and back off because they got the buyback out from Beast unit.
They get the racks before the back door can kick in. Everybody gets out. They even get a buyback out of Ember Spirit. Picture perfect for them. As Wierdhead now with a 21k gold lead. Sitting in the driver's seat. As it kind of feels, it's not completely similar to game 1, but similar idea where they won their side lanes. Tint and Kawhias just eventually are just the most farmed heroes in the game.
Mm-hmm.
They eventually they just win the game. Like they have these 2 supports that sit behind them.
Yeah.
It was easier this game because they had a laning and they had like advantageous lanes. Game 1, they didn't have grip the best lane, so it felt a little awkward for their sit behind heroes, right? But when you're allowed to sit behind heroes as Jack and Coddle, feels amazing. Which they're in a position.
Oh, they want to go for a smoke too. Maybe they can find a pickoff onto Aurora. He does have a blending like that, but 4 staff to the other side of the shards. They're going to need to commit for this way further, which I don't know if that's the play they want to make. It's a nice stun on the Boljax who does get netted up. That is another death for Boljax. No buyback. They lose the Grimstroke as well. On the backside, Abyssal over on the Beast unit. He needs to live here. He cannot die, but they get the coil as well as the right click. Snap the coil, and that is a dieback for Beast Unit. Nexus is going to get focused up next. There's the silence as well as the orb through. They lose Legion as well. Beast Unit calls GG, and that's it. 35 minutes. And I think that was just great performance from Wierdhead. It kind of just felt like they were in control from the very beginning. I mean, maybe not from the very beginning, but maybe from like 20 minutes on. It was just a tough game for MoonLight.
Yeah, so you know how I said that Troll had to have a good lane, right? Because that was their counter pick matchup. They saw the Legion come in, they're like, we're gonna pick Troll. And MoonLight, their counter pick matchup was the Slark. They were like, all right, we're gonna put Slark against Bristleback, and he's gonna have a good game, and he's gonna like be ahead this time, but that didn't work out. He had a terrible lane. The Coddle Bristle was a little bit too strong. They weren't really able to find kills or anything, and he just fell more and more behind on the Slark as Kawhi's untouched this game. You know, had the one death at before the horn even sounded to his 10-1 scoreline. But other than that, like it was just he just farmed the entire game, and eventually they just win.
Yeah. Well, GG's to Wierdhead. Definitely just showed up in this series, like 1 game 1, 1 game 3. So that I believe one more. No, that might be it actually for group stage. I don't know. We don't know. I think it's it. I think it's it.
What do you? Yeah, this was I think this was the final seeding.
Or not the group stage. It's the final seeding match for the group stage.
Matches.
So
yeah, I know what you meant.
Yeah, and so all the games tomorrow is for the group stage.
Let me double check. So I believe that is correct. Somebody can double check afterwards.
Yeah, just ping Guam in the League of Legends Discord like 50 times. He'll answer.
Yeah. So as far as I know, Wierdhead will be the 2 seed in Group B, with Knights of Albert and Meat Sweats, and MoonLight will be the 3 seed. Or not Weird. MoonLight will be the 3 seed in Group D. Wierdhead will be the 2 seed in Group B.
Okay. Good to know. All right. Well, thanks for joining me, Brightside. We went late on this one, but still a good time.
Happens. Thank you for having me. Fun games.
Yeah. It's a pleasure. Have a good night.
Peace out.